Hey, what's going on? It's a Toy Kind of Mood 265. Is G.I. Joe classified losing momentum or not? We'll talk about that and many more other things for San Diego 2026. This is our review show. It's like old school, a Toy
It is
Kind of
old school.
Mood here, man.
It is.
Trav, Bobby. Bobby's got the Wi-Fi working, knock on wood and punching things.
Exactly.
Exactly. You looking good, man.
Thank
You
you.
got a beard trim after Comic-Con? Like you did the
Nope.
opposite. No?
Nope. Just letting it, you know. I shower. You know what it is? I showered before the show. I showered.
That's what it was. You didn't shower during Comic-Con like
At
everybody
all.
else, but
At all. At all. I was like, you know what? Take in my aroma, waft it in.
yeah,
Dude,
so
dude, I will say this.
yeah.
Every night I got to my hotel, the first thing I did, I'm like, before I did anything else, I took a shower because holy shit, dude. I was like, would take off my shirt or like slap.
Nasty.
It was disgusting, man. Oh my god, I was a sweaty mess. A sweaty mess. What's up, everyone?
What it is.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
What's up,
Dude,
dudes?
I love the fact that I saw Mark again randomly. Like the past two cons, I run into Mark Van Cannon randomly. Randomly. It was hilarious. Last year I ran into him like the last day. This year I ran into him like on like Saturday getting my album signed.
Yep. Before we bring on our third member of the team, I want to give Mark a shout out. He was going around Comic-Con handing out gizzats and guns and grenade launchers and he had a good panel. Let me tell you something, man. Shout out to Chris Scott. So don't forget, it was an indie toy panel. The Queen and I went on Saturday. That was part of it, man. We went to an indie. We want to support Mark instead of waiting with a bunch of slobby ass neckbeards waiting for Hall H. We went to the indie toy panel at noon. We represented. We saw some people, and Chris is the man. But Mark, there was like 12 people on this panel, right? People from Loyal Subjects, Playmates, toy stores, all this shit, right? Mark stood out. Let me just say it. Mark stood out. I don't mean because he got like the Santa beard and all that. I'm just saying, like, you know, he stood out like with his presence, his words. He was dropping knowledge, man. And I think as the panel went on, he told me this after that he got comfortable and he just like went after it. And he had so many good points. I'll let him talk about it when we bring him on the show. It has to be sooner than later. And also, man, he left his LA studio and left a couple things behind for KJ and I cannot thank him enough, man. It was mind blowing. It was mind blowing. I appreciate you, Mark, and you're one of the great ones, not good ones, one of the great ones in the toy business, and that's something I wanted to shout before bringing on Hellageek.
Yeah.
And here we go, Hellageek in the house. Hector Ramirez has a figure made, and that was one of the pictures that was botched.
Yes.
And I was like, "There's no way we are doing the show with the sideways." Shout out to Bobby Bear. He had technical difficulties, no Wi-Fi. I had timestamps on these notes, because I, helped them out, helped each other out. Alternate Heads, GHG, A Toy Kind of Mood, all one big 2-part show. And I had timestamps, and that man was on point, or he was 5 minutes behind, or he caught up. Like, Bobby, you killed it, bro. Thank you. You did an awesome job.
Thank you.
If you guys missed it and you're just on A Toy Kind of Mood, subscribe to Geeks Have Game, alternate heads every week, Wednesday, 8 o'clock Central. We did 2 hours talking everything else that we're not talking about tonight because Comic-Con deserved, like you said in your promo, Hellageek, it needed 5 hours. I mean, it needed like 5 hours to cover.
Takes 2 shows.
Not even all of Comic-Con, right, Bobby? Like, we left stuff out.
Also, you know what? I even mentioned this on the GG channel. I have a special article dropping this week.
Yo.
Thanks to our good friend, Derek Vignette. Derek wrote me a giant article.
No kidding.
That's going on the website. I know. I was like, thank you. Thank you, Steven. That is a wonderfully kind thing to say. I appreciate that. Jason and I worked very hard on that show. Mainly, we work hard and just giving each other shit, and we love it. It's an amazing time where we can just go, let our inner thoughts kind of like out.
Amazing. Shout out to Derek. Everybody, shout out to Huvane. So many good friends. Shout out to Diana Davis, Philip Donnelly.
Did you see what Diana pulled? Did you see what Diana pulled?
Diana pulled a 10 graded Transformers.
Yes.
Yep.
I was like,
great segue, Bobby.
I know.
Great segue, Bobby. We're going right after it. We're going right after it. Major Medusa, Bobby.
Yeah.
This is like a classified reveal in the comics. It's coming. Yes. It's just a matter of when. We're next year we know Comic-Con is going to be big. And when I say G.I. Joe, is it losing momentum? I'm not talking about the comics.
No.
I'm talking about classified, and that's temporary. I think G.I. Joe Classified might lose a little momentum this year, but if they have Energon next year, a movie with the Danny McBride movie, and some delicious new molds after all these expensive fucking repaints we're paying for this year, G.I. Joe Classified could gain momentum. So the sky's not falling, the line's not dead, but it's losing its momentum right now. But not Energon. Not Energon, Bobby. Talk to me about number 25 and what we got coming.
So honestly, I wish I could, but during this really cool panel, I was at my own panel. However, give me a second because I was given notes from Skybound themselves. So let me see if I have.
You got notes from me. You got notes from Sean Makowitz. You got notes from Robert Kirkman. Hellageek. Yeah. What? Just tell me what you before he looks at his notes. Tell me what you think of Madam Medusa Hydra over here now. Major Medusa. Like what you think the potential is for a classified figure. In fact, we get a first reveal right here. This is from BMAC. No, I'm kidding. You wouldn't even give me a triple T. Never mind a reveal for Major Medusa. But no, shout out to BMAC. He's great. But what do you think of Major Medusa and the potential in the classified line?
Man, I think it's rad. I like the idea that, we're getting this Valkyrie who is like Cobra Commander's, looks like romantic interest. And I love that she is going to become a named character and not just one of like the rank and file members of Cobra.
Right.
And I think it's a cool design. I love that we're getting more dire tech. And as your render here shows, I mean, there's going to be good opportunity for a little bit of reuse of like maybe the sword or a shield piece from Crystal Ball. But I mean, really cool. Again, a new character, which the line does need. But yeah, I'm stoked for it. I'm definitely going to get one for mint in box and one to open because she's rad.
Yeah.
Take it away, Bob.
So the only note I have is that this is appearing in G.I. Joe 25. However, when I spoke with Sean with Energon, he said I don't say this lightly, but G.I. Joe number 25, nothing will be the same. I'm like, okay. He said you've got Night Force and you've got G.I. Joe, you've got them clashing. He goes, here's the thing. Once you read 25, go back and reread, I think he's like 7, 8, 9, and 12. He goes,
I like that.
When you reread those after reading 25, with all the night, I guess all the Night Force like side stories, everything will become that much more clearer. And so he's like, look, 25 is huge is gonna be massive for he's like, you're not gonna want to miss 25. And I don't say that as like the one of the main guys with Energon, but he goes reading it, and he goes and I go, I even asked him, I go, look, we're getting 25. We've gotten Scarlet and Storm Shadow. When will we be getting Snake Eyes? And he goes, not anytime soon.
I like that. I like that they're not just leaning on the Spider-Man of the G.I. Joe universe.
No,
I was just gonna say we got more deep cut G.I. Joe stuff coming. Continue your point, Bobby. Yep.
Well, he said because G.I. Joe has leaned so heavily on ninjas in the past, which they have, especially in the 90s and early 2000s, he goes, we are getting away from that. I'm like, okay, great. And then on top of that, he goes, when we do see ninjas, I go, you want it to be impactful. Because exactly, that's why that one issue, I think it was 21, where Cobra Commander steals the Energon sword from the Arashikage, is an impactful issue because at the end, Snowjob feels really bad for Scarlet because Scarlet was trying to go back to, save her clan, and they had to pull her out, right? So we are getting this flash. Now, this Predacon, this is a bounty hunter, which will be in Void Rivals, was at number 34. But this is different from the G.I. Joe Predacon, right? Let's see here. So real quick, do I think he's something? Here's the thing. I don't think he told me everything, like, because I only have like 10 minutes. I can't ask like everything I want, but Sean is a pretty like straightforward guy, straight shooter. So when I asked like, hey, can we expect this? He's like, and actually I asked him that off camera. He's like, no, we won't be getting him anytime soon. He will be here, he will come, but we won't be seeing Snake Eyes for a bit, and that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, cool. Three things.
50. I think 50. I think, yes.
Three things. Alex, we just finished alternate heads with that. That was our segue from Shredhead being revealed as a Skybound character to this. Now we talked about this a little bit in alternate heads. Paul, what's the holdup with why is it taking so long for G.I. Joe to get Skybound, but then Transformers, it's like boom, like they're right on time. What's the deal, Paul? Tell us.
Man, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think that there's just so much already in the works coming down the pipeline for G.I. Joe that they're like, it's going to have to wait. We're going to get to it. But more importantly, I think they're worried about timing. And I think that they want to have, for once, finally, besides just a comic, they want to have other media to support an action figure line. So they're going to wait and debut it when the animated series comes out, in my opinion.
I like that too. You want to jump on Mass, Bobby, so we can move along?
Yeah, so listen, I asked Kirkman about T-Bob, and he goes, look, when I told them that we're doing T-Bob, he goes, I want T-Bob to look exactly like he did in the cartoon, right? So that is literally what we get with that T-Bob right there. Now the T-Bob Max, that's completely different. That's dope as hell.
Yeah, that mech, yep.
Yeah, that mecha suit is awesome. But that T-Bob, where he's just like standing with like the little T-Bob, I still have mine somewhere. I love T-Bob. That's amazing. And then of course Scott Tracker. Look, if you're not reading Mask, like the first two issues have been fantastic.
Excellent. And ROM as well. And so that segue for ROM 2 brings us to Transformers. Thundercracker is revealed, number 37. We are saving our thoughts on Transformers reveals figures minus Shredhead next week.
Yes.
Well, not me. I won't be around, but you and Jason and maybe KJ or whoever, Spack or whoever wants to join you. We'll talk about Transformers again from Comic-Con. Yeah.
So this is Superion with Thundercracker as the left arm. Thundercracker became an Autobot, what, 4 issues ago? And again, look, I asked Kirkman after a roundtable interview for Terminal, which go get Terminal. It's an amazing book. But I go, hey man, quick question. When do you sleep? Like, and he's just laughing because I mean, look, he's doing Battle Beast, he's doing Void Rivals, he's doing Transformers, he's like overseeing, like a bunch of the Energon universe. He's got Terminal. Like he's doing like what 4 to almost 5 books a month.
Yeah, he's a workhorse.
He's a workhorse.
Speaking of workhorses, we're gonna scoot along. Jay got to talk to June again. This is the ultimate workhorse, man. He does it all. He designs the toys. He talks to toy tubers, and I think this was our 4th or 5th discussion with June, and it was a little quicker than usual because we did it on a late Sunday, kind of on the whim. They don't really schedule things like Hasbro and Mattel would, so he's just like, yeah, sure, I'll do it right now. And shout out to Gypsy, she had the camera. And it's a fun little talk. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I won't dig too deep into details with Jada. We're just going to look at some toys because if you want to know the facts behind what's going on with all the lines, check out that interview. It's pretty good. It's only 8 minutes, so definitely check that out. Moving along, we're going straight to Invincible. Paul, are you watching the Amazon Prime series?
You bet I am. This is a great show. Battle Beast is my favorite character so far.
Awesome. Perfect segue. Talk about what you see here on the screen.
Okay, I'm going to go right to the elephant in the room is they're not including an additional head sculpt without the blood. Is that correct from what I'm hearing? I mean, I can understand sort of the logic because he is such a ferocious character and he loves the glory of battle. So it makes sense that he's, got some of the blood there. But, it would have been nice to have a more neutral look too. But
well, remember, it could be the opposite. When we got that pack right behind me over here, it came with a bloody Conquest figure. Maybe you'll get a neutral Battle Beast figure with a smaller character, say like an Adam Eve where she doesn't have a lot of plastic. Who knows? I'm just guessing. We don't know the accessories just yet, minus the
That's smart.
mask that Invincible's.
Good call.
But look, it didn't take long to get Invincible. And I think they see the sales of season 3 Invincible is really good. So they're just like, let's just go with the original comic look. Omni-Man looks terrific too. I just want to say this though. The pictures don't define the waves. The wave 2 is Adam Eve, Omni-Man, and Battle Beast. So that's wave 2. And we got a super chat. Holy moly.
Hey.
Ola from Gridiron Studios, $19.99. Man, that's a loadout. What should I get? Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate you. Love you, man. It was awesome running into you. I wish we could have had a beer, but we did have lunch before Comic-Con, you and I and KJ. So you killed it at Comic-Con. Thank you so much, man. Love you.
Real quick, can I address 2 comments in the
Yeah, please.
Just real quick.
Ahead.
So Colossal Customs, Thundercracker as an Autobot, boo. And then Professor Soundwaves, he's always a Decepticon and a Scorch. Here's the thing. I asked Kirkman about some of the stuff he's done in the books. And I was like, hey, Optimus is no longer Optimus Prime. He's just Optimus. Alita is now Alita Prime. And he goes, look, there have been so many iterations of Transformers from the comic books to the cartoons. He goes, I had to subvert expectations. I had to make it to where, this isn't just like Bumblebee is still dead. Now, here's the thing. I go, listen, when they merged, when they had the portal to Cybertron, I go, we saw Bumblebee being carried on Cybertron. I go, are we getting my favorite Transformers back? And he goes, look, he's my second favorite Transformer after Hot Rod. Here's the thing, though. You need a lot of Energon to bring it back a Transformer as badly damaged as Bumblebee is, because Daniel Warren Johnson double tapped Bumblebee in the very first page of Transformers #1. So he said, yes, they have the wall of sparks now. However, if someone goes in there as badly damaged as Bumblebee is, he may not come back exactly as we remember him. So I'm thinking that they're going to use the wall of sparks as like the Lazarus Pit from DC. But when you go in there, you come back changed.
Like that. Thanks for that input. Where can we see this interview? Is this going to be on any?
So it's going to be a cover price for my job. It'll be coming up. Actually, if you go to Instagram right now, if you go to @ProBex, the interview is up. Actually, I will share the link in the chat so you can see.
It's all right. Yeah, do that. Cool. All right. Hey, thank you, 610 Yo Joe Daddy. Let's be a good YouTuber. Smash the like if you're new because of coverage or whatever. Subscribe. Yeah, just do it. There's lots of good reviews and all that stuff. So thank you guys so much. So look, let's kind of go a little faster here because we got lots and lots to cover. We'll save other stuff for next week on alternate heads. So OG Invincible, Alan, right? Alan the alien, and
I need
Thrag.
that Alan. I need that Alan, and I need that Adam Eve.
So so the 2 on the left, that's wave 3. I'm sorry I didn't put it in order because that's how they pictured. That's how they did the DTOP. It wasn't really in order. It was just kind of a battle. So you go Adam Eve, Omni-Man, Battle Beast, wave 2. Wave 3 is OG Invincible, Alan the Alien, and Thrag. Amazing waves. I'm all in. I wasn't like 100% sure. Then I saw the exclusive and then obviously the first wave, and I was like, damn it. I said, whatever. So yeah, good stuff. And then here's the packaging. So it's got blood splatter all over the packaging. Do you like that, Paul?
I do, man. It's a very gritty, visceral type of show. It makes a lot of sense to deck it out like this. I mean, it's not for the squeamish. I know people that can't watch it because of the gore, and I'm like, it's a cartoon, but I understand.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Colossal Customs, what up, man? He sat next to me in a panel. He said, I recently finished the Invincible show before Comic-Con. I really don't see the hype. It's a decent show, but I think the hype came from the gore. Invincible fig is nice. Too bad the figs got delayed. Okay, hey, that's why they make tons of toys and not just Invincible. So if you don't buy these, you'll buy Street Fighter. We have Scooby-Doo. Someone in the chat was really looking forward to these. These are package shots. Are you a fan, Bobby, of what they're doing with Scooby-Doo?
1,000%. 1,000%. Am I getting them? No, just because I don't.
Thanks, brother.
I don't need another freaking collecting line, but I love these Scooby-Doo figures so damn much.
Hey, Bobby, there's that.
God damn it! Look at that.
Yeah, it's a good lineup. Trav, can you go back one slide, just real quick?
Hey, look, there's the Sentinel.
Yeah, the Sentinel before he started juicing.
That's the one you were talking about. So that's the Gamerverse Sentinel Reaction Plus.
There we go. There's a reaction figure. There we go.
Reaction Plus Gamerverse Sentinel. So there you go.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, look, the group's all together. At least the groups that are out.
Oh my God, that looks fantastic.
It looks amazing all together. I know Spec is licking his chops wanting all these right now.
He really is.
Shout out to Toy Optics, and then we got some more figs right there.
Oh, I love the Headless Horseman.
Oh yeah, that's a favorite for sure. Really, really good stuff. We'll scoot along. We got some Fruity Pebs in the house.
Dino!
Revealed Dino. Yeah, so here's a nicer shot right there with some other. We got Astro Boy. So that's how they all look on scale. And then if you want to get a nice closer look at Dino. And then the character in the middle is from Cyberpunk. It's Roman from Cyberpunk. It's the only character they revealed in Wave 3 because Wave 2 is right here looking pretty juicy, bulky, crazy. So I'm glad that they're keeping up with this line despite it being like a Netflix anime and not exactly from the game or anything like that. And then here's Mega Man. Now there's rumors that they've lost the license or like, I'm not sure. Like we got Gutsman, Rush, and Bomb Man here and that they haven't announced anything else. So I don't know what the story is. If anybody in the chat knows, let us know. Then we have some big ones right here because we have Strider, Hyrule. That's massive because they're trying to complete the whole Marvel versus Capcom 2 thing going on. And this was a major reveal. It ended the panel and got lots and lots of love. And then there's Zangief with the You Lose head because he's the only figure in the You Lose head pack that we don't have, at least Friends of June or whatever.
God,
like
that's amazing.
Does not have Zangief because they had this on sale at Comic-Con. So a lot more of us have it now. You can cancel your pre-order if you went to Comic-Con. So T-Hawk in the house, but they didn't have Zangief, man. Would have been dope. Up next, and here's all the You Lose head pack. Did you score one, either of you guys?
No. That
was the hardest thing to get, right?
That really was. Yeah. That was that and one of the DC exclusives started shoving matches and not fights, but shoving matches and security had to break stuff up.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's no bueno.
Actually,
and I think
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I can wait.
Real quick. I was gonna say that actually when Spec was in the Jada line, he had to tell a woman to stop shoving, stop. He had to
damn.
Yeah, it was
thank you, Tony, for saying thank you. You're welcome, buddy.
No, it was expecting me a text because I forget what I was.
That's
I was
crazy.
Oh no, he
had to tell a woman.
That
Jada line was insane.
No, he had to say you're being a rude bitch. Stop it. Oh no, she was shoving. He stop it. Damn. And she kept shoving. She kept dude, some people were there wasn't New York Comic Con 2 years ago. There was a fist fight over a comic book. But there was
it's mine.
Oh,
NFL Super Pro #2.
No, these were like flippers from New York duking it out. So,
Wow.
but at this year it was at DC. They had something that was going for $100 and flipping for $1,500.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
All right, let's scoot over to the next thing. We got Street Fighter. There's a Boston accent. Street Fighter Alpha 3. We got my girl Sakura. We got Guy. We got Addon. I was like, you know what? When Street Fighter 2 ends, I'm good. And then I saw these and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm good. Because if we get like Cody, if we get Maki, like there's a lot of damn Jiren. There's a lot of damn good characters. And after seeing how good these are, I know some people don't like Guy. There's been some kind of, that's the red character in the middle. Some backlash on that, but the other two have been getting a lot of love. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Alpha 3. If you are, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm not getting any of these. They look good, but
Worthy said the head pack was the only thing he could get. That's crazy. So yeah, the Invincible actually did sell out in my cart when I went online, but thankfully I was able to get one. Jada's a great company, and if they know you're doing coverage of them and really trying to promote them, they'll take care of you. You don't have to there's no politics involved. If you spread the word on Jada and you do a good job doing it, they will take care of you. There's no bullshit. So Jada is great. Speaking of bullshit, we got Hasbro Street Fighter figures. So Street Fighter. This might be the worst face sculpt of Comic-Con. Paul, I know you're not the wrestling guy on the show, but I'm gonna go to you. If you didn't know this was Roman Reigns, how would you feel about Akuma?
I mean, the only way that I recognize it as the character is because of the giant beads around the neck. I'll say that.
Right. And then Bobby, step in.
Looks like garbage.
I mean, so there's the poster. You do watch WWE, Bobby. Look at the poster on the right. Look at the character on the left. These are not great images of Roman. They're hard to tell. The movie's not out yet, but I don't know. Something feels off to me. That picture in the middle actually doesn't look bad compared to like that one. On that one, they just look horrible. The digital render. So
look, that digital, those look really, really bad. If you look at the one in the middle doesn't look bad. Maybe it's the lighting, but there, you know what this reminds me of, dude? Way back at the beginning of remember back when we were first starting a Turk on a Mood, and McFarlane did the "If I Created Batman" figure. Do you remember that?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, this is what reminds me, because when we saw in the middle, like mood lighting, oh, that looks kind of cool, and then we saw this, and oh, that looks kind of garbage, and then we saw it in hand, this is complete and utter garbage, right? I feel this is what they're gaslighting us. They're oh no, it's gonna be good. It's I don't think so.
Oh man, oh shit. Hey, you know what? I skipped ahead, guys. Hold on, I skipped ahead. I want to give. What are your? Did you guys go to the Jada panel, or was it just me? Who went to the Jada panel? All right, then it would just be me. Whiskeys, as far as the entire convention, I'd argue they had the best exclusives. Mattel is there. Jim Bro.
Yeah.
You got the 80s rock and roll wrestling, the Top Gun, Mattel, Hot Wheels. But I would say Jada wins. You get your first look at Invincible. It's battle damage, so if you can't get it, you can still get the mainline one. The head pack for $50 is the steal of the convention. Go on eBay, try to buy a face sculpt. It's $35. No. This is $50 plus hands, and Akuma's dope. It's Shinakoma. So Akuma. Sorry, I can't speak. It's a critical player too, because it's a different character technically, and it comes with different gear for Akuma. So man, those are exclusives. The die cast was good. The panel was good. I don't think they had a mind-blowing reveal in the panel. I think the progression was good, and the confidence in everything they do is good. I'm going to go 4.5 for their entire convention. There wasn't hey, we got a diorama or we got this new line like they announced before. But I would say just as far as progression, 9 out of 10. They may be the best toy line going, at least in the top 3. They're
I'd agree with that.
Yep. Cool. How about Shun Li?
So here's the thing. I saw these figures in the display booth, and while they didn't wow me per se, I was just like, they're actually kind of good. They're not bad for movie figs. Like, I'm not gonna get them because I already have Jada, but I'm like, these aren't that bad.
This doesn't look that bad, but man, I just think that the actor selection for this was subpar. It's probably not even the figure. It doesn't look tough to me. It looks like a young boy in independent wrestling or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
I do love the fact that the alternate like head or hair sculpt comes with his sunglasses. I like that.
That is cool. That is cool. It's not bad. They look posable.
It's just I know what you mean, because like that looks cool, but like,
why is Storm Shadow cosplaying as Ryu? No,
that's the thing though. Like, when you look at the Jada figures, their faces, although is very like expressive. Like, they found like was he like just like chilling at craft services when they like did the face scan of this? Because like this looks very like he's doing the Hadouken. He should have something.
No emotion. He's just like
emotionless. Like,
you ready?
Bleh. But no, like you're like, yeah, exactly, 100%, and like it's like, but like when you
bobblehead, fucking bobblehead.
But that's like when you watch it, like you like even when you look at the Jada figure, like there's like some like something, right? Like this one is just man.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's move on to toys that are actually good. So we got Big Bad Workshop, Soldiers of Fortune is coming out. We get Agent. So I think we have our first 2-pack in Big Bad Workshop, at least for a while, right? I mean, when was the last time we got a 2-pack from Big Bad Workshop? I'm trying to think of anything. Crimson Moon, Monster Force. Have we gotten a 2-pack yet?
There has been one.
No,
I don't think so.
There's been one.
Oh, that looks like Hitman on the right. Sorry, Bill.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool. I
Yeah.
don't know who's on the left. Anyone know in the chat?
Agent versus enemy. He looks like original G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
Yeah, you got the hooded Coco.
That's what I was thinking.
So.
Yep.
Lots of hooded Coco. There's gonna have like 17 hooded Cocos, all the whole color spectrum. But we got the tick, Bobby. I'll go to you on this. It's, you like this stuff.
I look. Chairface Chippendale is a fantastic villain. I love the terror, the man-eating cow. Like, and then you got Arthur right there. I love these. Big Bad, like their figures, they're just killing it right now.
And then we get the Rocketeer. Paul, are you familiar with the Rocketeer license?
Just the movie from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, again, they look good, regardless of what the IP is.
Yeah,
Big Bad does good work.
Dude, it doesn't look like, so their booth, just to put in perspective, was nowhere near toys. It was where the video games and like T-shirts and all that stuff were.
Oh, that's where I couldn't find them where they were at.
You couldn't find it. It was like in a little tiny. It was like the very first or second aisle you could walk up before you get to the wall that has like Udon with like Street Fighter.
Yeah. I was over there all the time.
Side, like 1 or 2 side aisles, and got to chat. I wish I had talked to Bill more, but I was with Jason. There's lots of people bumping into you. I was able to capture pictures and thankfully fix them and delay the show 10 minutes. But yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff. It's like we really got to have him back on the show because there's just a lot to catch up with because there's so many updates. We got Major Onslaught, Sky Captain now, and then how about Tarzan, Bobby? Jane.
I mean, look, those look really freaking good.
Naked people, sexy naked people.
They really look good. They really look good. No, it looks fantastic. And look, there's bulletproof in the back. Oh, God damn, that's amazing.
So I want to address this comment. What up? First of all, what up, Ryan Daly, one of the good guys that checks out a Toy Kind of Mood all the time. And that's the beauty of this line, right? So I have bulletproof, and I think I'm good. I would love to review the other stuff, but I'm not like I didn't grow up with C.O.P.S. I went back and watched it on like, what's that channel that, Tubi. Tubi has it. I went back and watched a bunch of episodes, and I think it still kind of holds up in a campy way.
Yeah.
And I may not continue that. And that's the beauty of like Tick Bulletproof. You can get the titular characters and then you can just move on. Or if you're a diehard Tick lore, Cops lore, they're making more because they sold that main character so much. Remember, the Tick came out first, Bulletproof came out. They both sold well. I don't have numbers. No one's told me that. I'm just assuming they sold well because we're getting more. Right? That's kind of what Bill and Big Bad Mike and so forth kind of said. It was like, we're going to give you one. We'll tease more. And if it sells well, humbly.
And now we're getting, boom. I am getting that long arm. The minute it goes up for pre-order, I'm snapping.
So there you go. You're invested. They've done their job.
They did a great job.
And I love these, and they're great figures. So I may have to get them because, like the whole Robo don't know thing. Shout out to Robo. Might just get them because they're good toys, even if I'm not invested in the lore. That's the kind of work that BBWS is doing.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I mean, you know me. I like to nitpick certain details, and I don't know. So I had long arm. I have the original around here somewhere, and if I remember correctly, the device that shoots the handcuffed out was kind of like it was more of a claw shape instead of a traditional handcuff shape. Like right. So how do you feel, Bobby, about this change? That it's like, I don't know. Like, do we just accept it?
I'm fine with it. I mean, for me, that is a fine change, okay change. But the fact that they have the gun that had the caps, the fact that they added that little thing on the side of it. You know what? I'm like, kudos.
Yeah, it's a fun detail.
That's a great detail. And I'm like with Atlidub, I'm getting Checkpoint, right? I'll get him. I need the one. I don't know if it's Checkpoint or not. I had the motorcycle. If they give us the motorcycle, I loved that motorcycle as a kid. Oh my god!
Look at the detail, guys. Look at that.
I know. Buzzbomb was amazing. I had Buzz. I had so many of these figures, y'all.
Dr. Bad Vibes and Buzzbomb, they're pretty faithful. But you know, Bobby, you remember the Buzzbomb originally was just like a kind of a second thought. I don't think it had any paint apps, no detail. So this is like next level that they're going 100%. This much in on it, which that's what we expect.
I want to address this. Do anyone, or does anyone know if the TMNT crossover Leo? I got it right here.
Oh, you got him, the son of a bitch.
Let's talk about this. So crazy enough, my friend, this went on clearance at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Besides Jada's offerings and maybe Jim Bro Skeletor, this felt, at least in our circles here at A Toy Kind of Mood, this felt like the most hyped up. It's a part of a lottery. It's going to be so hard to get. These were $30 halfway through the con, and they were listed at $40. They were 25% off, basically clearance out in the middle of the convention. They brought so many of these. So there has to be a home. We will share it. Expect these to go on either Entertainment Earth, Big Bad, either maybe their direct website, right? Maybe Nickelodeon or whatever, right? These are great, but how it got clearanced out, and there's so many at the UCC booth on Sunday, and the Nickelodeon booth, you could just go up to it and get it for $30. I was wowed by that. Now, don't get me wrong. In the beginning, they were when I bought one of them, it was $40, and then I was like, all right, let me grab another one, and then I got one for someone else.
So just so you know, Trav, they're going for $75 to $85 on eBay now.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I almost thought like, man, they're just sitting there for $30. They're not going to be worth shit. So I should have got like 10.
Yeah.
I think that's the initial wave of FOMO, people spending that. I think they'll turn up for a better price if you can be patient.
They will be on it. They have to be. They had so many. People didn't buy them out. So
yeah. Also the other Ninja Turtles, the UCC ones that like the little like statues that I wanted to get one, but the booth, it was just always a long line. Those are going for like almost triple. I'm like, Jesus. All right.
Cool. All right. And then we got Monster Force. Lots of good stuff. Updates on the female figures. So Riding Hood and a nun there. So what do you think, Paul? What do you think of the female bucks that we're getting?
Oh, they look fantastic. Just the the imagination too, like especially with this nun. No one's ever expected this. No one's ever done anything like this. This is sick. I mean, figure of the year, maybe?
They're up there. Oh, your thoughts, Bob?
They look great. I'm not collecting Monster Force, but they look amazing. They really do.
Yeah, so that's Little Red, and that's the order there. And then these are the ones that really stole the show, man. You got the I mean, I don't want to say it, I guess, but you know, the creature from the you know what. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it, but you know, we also got another Leviathan from the order too, as well on the left. Thoughts?
That's cool. He's very he's kind of like Dino Riders looking, huh?
Yeah, that's dope. That looks amazing. It actually is really
the creature is the Merc Lords of the Carpathian. That's what it was.
God, look at that! Look at those,
the Carpathian. Yeah.
The paint apps, like that detail on him, on the creature. Yeah,
unbelievable. There's a reason it made our cover art, because it's one of the most fantastic figures of the weekend. Top five reveal of the weekend, I think.
Okay.
I think so.
That's fair, for sure.
Are you guys familiar with the Leviathan?
No.
From like,
anybody in the comments?
Regular or Monster Force lore? No.
Yeah, oh no, it could be just, it's like live craft stuff, you know. Cool. Freaking super dope. Sick. And then there's a back shot I was able to get in the booth and take a shot, you know, an ash shot of these two bad boys. But yeah, wanted to get you guys to see all the freaking scaly. This is really one of the most impressive figures that Bill and company and Big Bad and Fresh Monkey have ever done, really. I mean, both of them, but especially the Carpathian there, the Merc Lord.
Dude,
and yes, really... Action Force reference on the Leviathan. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, so we're talking Action Force, like Battle Action Force, total like the British, you know, version of G.I. Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
So like Crimson Moon, basically. So these are actually Crimson Moon characters. They're not Monster Force, even though they're monsters. Yeah.
This is really nice reuse too, because it really took me a minute, because the paint jobs are so distinct that I'm like,
all day, baby, all day. Sorry. No, they were talking about the paint detail being distinct.
Yeah. Just, I mean, even though it took me a minute to realize, oh yeah, they share legs and arms for sure. But I mean, the level of detail, especially on the creature, like, yeah, no, this is good. This is how you do reuse.
I love this sarcastic, Bobby. How fun. Red Shadows all day, dude. Red Shadows. So combining like Crimson Moon stuff with Skeletron stuff is like the ultimate. And then we have 112 Eagle Force. So I'm not familiar with Eagle Force lore. This is the longest running line from Fresh Monkey, right? So for 118 scale, and they're bringing it to 112, which is what I think Delta Force should do. Right, because we saw Tony's customs of what they did over at Delta Force. So good work getting us the proper scale. And then Fury Force, man, we're able to see Larry Hamas, Fury Force, and Chris Scott, our buddy here, did the paint on the Snake Eyes up in the upper right. And then you got the original Vietnam characters that were supposed to be the original Joe. So it was cool. We saw this at Joe Fest. We talked about it, but it was cool to just see in person, you know.
Yeah, these are awesome.
And then more stuff. NPCs. Bobby, I'm going to you as someone who collects a lot of different lines, just like Jason and just like Spec and just like some of our, KJ, some of our friends on the community. NPCs could be that ultimate line, like when it comes to, building out the world, building out the diorama.
Yeah. And so here's the thing. I think their decision to make NPCs was absolutely brilliant, for the fact that when you do have like toy photographers like Spec, right? When you have these people who like want to make these like really cool action scenes, but you only have like, only have like, action figures that they don't look like they'd be like, civilians. Or you have to like buy like 15 freaking, agents, right? The fact that they're giving us these, this is fantastic. Now you have like people that can like fill out like, you know, oh, we can have proper gangsters, right? We can have proper, you know, cops or law enforcement or military behind. Yeah, Windbound Adventurous is the best. NPCs will be next level for dioramas and toy photography. 100%.
Yep.
100%, right? Like you look at that, like the FBI agents. You look at these people that are like, oh, these are background figures. These are background figures. That's fantastic.
Hold the phone, Bobby. My boy are highly articulated. We got to say what's up to him at Comic-Con. Stay-at-home mom was the most unexpected highlight of the weekend. That's the upper right figure. I'm sorry, I didn't want. It would take forever if we looked at every single figure in full detail, trying to fly through this. But yes, go look it up on the Big Bad page. But stay-at-home mom as an NPC is crazy.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that this line is going to be so amazing too is how many, like Windbound said about next level for dioramas and toy photography, how many people out there customize like all these different figures that are readily available at Ollie's, whatever, and so it's cheap to get and do. But now this is going to save you time, you know, and energy. You just buy the figure; it's ready to go to build out the scene.
Yeah, you don't have to kit bash. You just here we go.
And the greatest NPC of all, right here. Take it away, Hector. What do you think of getting your own action figure? I mean, it's maybe you in about 5 years, but it is you, and we finally get you. Even though you declined doing interviews at Comic-Con, I'm just giving you shit. But no, my man. What do you think of Hector? And then we got some bank robbers dressed up in the fresh monkey outfit too.
Hector Ramirez here, reporting live post San Diego Comic-Con to tell you that yes, that figure will be figure of the year next year. You heard it here, folks, on 20 questions.
I love that. Yeah, but we did finally get whatever it is. It's a news anchor, right? That's what we got. A real news anchor. Yep, with a cigarette.
And maybe some people might need a Geraldo because he was the inspiration for Hector. So maybe it'll go that route. But yeah, it's good to get it here because God knows if when or ever in classified. So thank you.
I'll answer this question. Yes, he does. So Shartimus Prime came out with Street People. And it was probably just at the time where people had already spent their stimulus checks. It was in the middle of COVID, and people were kind of getting back to their lives. I remember it was like 2021, 22, something like that, right? 23, just a few years ago. So I think, it might have been just poorly timed. And then also, like, this is backed by BigBadWorkShop. So they just have a monster, toy retailer pushing him, where Shartimus is obviously arguably the most popular toy tuber of all time. He's in the top 5 at least. And despite that, he doesn't have like Entertainment Earth, BigBadWorkShop, whoever like pushing for it. He had to do it himself, or at least with like a lower scale. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Gypsy says you're hired.
Thank you. And I wore this for you tonight, Michelle.
Look at that. You got the Baroness, right?
Yeah.
Yep, Baroness was on the beat giving interviews, and you may see something coming to the channel soon.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Who put a question mark on it?
Retire what joke? Oh, come on. You're no fun. Those Canadians. All right, moving on. Look, BigBadWorkShop didn't have a panel, so no whiskeys, but as far as their display, I'd be hard pressed not to go 4.5 again, but I think I'll go. I've seen a lot of them already. I'll go 4.25-4.5.
Yeah,
it's like almost, and not as, because Jada had like a panel. They had figures to buy. I think that's the thing. BigBadWorkShop had the Shadow Warg, and they had a green tick, a translucent tick. What was the name of that, Bobby? The green tick.
Oh, the green tick was
with the slime.
Yeah.
Anyway, but they didn't have like, like you couldn't buy like Leviathan or none. You know what I mean? Like I wish I could have bought some figures, but that's fine. Moving on. Now look, I was in the panel with Jason, and Jason is, like we said this on Alternate Heads, Jason is enjoying time in San Diego still, perfect place to stay, have your family come in, enjoying his time. We had a fucking awesome time with Jason. Shout out to Jason the X. We used his equipment for interviews. I kicked it with him in a lot of panels. We just got to, he showed up to everything, unlike someone here in this chat, on this show. My working man right there. Here he is. There he is, the most popular man in Comic-Con.
Look, yeah, I was most popular. I met so many people, did so many interviews.
You killed it for cover price, and you killed it as an industry comic man. So I want to salute Bobby right here for getting shit done at Comic-Con, man. This man,
thank you,
on some real life, real business, real life adulting shit.
Yes,
you had the time of your life, and I wanna say that on the air while we're talking toys as a personal congratulations, and we're proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Really?
Yeah, it was something that, I mean, dude, you saw me Sunday. I was done. Like Saturday, I had to almost throw myself out of bed to just get up.
Yeah,
I was dead, and I'm like, all right, let's do this. Like, let's let me get my coffee.
You rallied though, man. You still showed up. You rallied. You brought it.
I mean, you put 3-4 cups of coffee in me. I'm like, let's go. And then
we are gonna play a little game because Jason's not here, and we want to talk G.I. Joe. So, and we're already coming on the hour mark, so we are gonna do a smash or pass. Whether you collect TVC or Black Series or Star Wars at all, smash or pass. Paul, and then I'll go to Bobby. Paul, smash or pass?
I mean, I say smash. You got a figure in a vehicle. It's his little escape pod from the scene. Yeah.
Bobby.
If I was going in on Mandalorian Grogu, easy smash. That's really cool.
I agree. I popped for this. I went on like Facebook and was like, damn, you TVC people, you did real good because you got Rod of the Hutt. Little did I know the next reveal was going to be Rod of the Hutt for Black Series. So as far as Rod of the Hutt, TVC or Black Series, Hellageek, what you think?
So this is interesting. I think Rada is going to be popular. I feel like he was well received from the movie. This looks awesome. It's kind of awkward with the positioning because of the paint scheme. You know, Jabba is always like sitting on that throne whenever we saw him. So it works that you can paint his belly the right way, but the way he's and so Rada was always fighting in the arena, and we saw him like that with his abs and stuff. But he looks weird in package, but I think it's going to be a good one. The TVC guy with his escape pod, the Black Series version of him is peg warming hard right now.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the escape pod.
Yep.
At that scale, then But no, I think Rada's gonna do well.
Rada's
That's
cool.
right,
It's
Dustin.
$80. It's $80. I'm not gonna. I mean, it's all new, right? All new mold stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't. Jabba the Hutt isn't like this because. You know what? We actually had Jason is here. He's here. So here we go.
Well, this is a soft piece, but
his mouth doesn't.
Show the tail, Jade. Show the tail for the camera.
We got this.
They got a little extra room.
Oh yeah, a little squeezy.
To do some.
Little squeezy. So there you go. You got an example of what that tail articulation was like, Paul.
Yeah, listen, I didn't know that it did that. Thank you for showing that video. This is an easy smash after seeing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash the shit out of that. I didn't know about that. Yeah. Beforehand, there was an easy pass, but seeing that, it's like, oh,
cool.
Yep.
All right, and then I'll just say it. I'm all in on this. I pre-ordered all of them. I usually wait on Star Wars or nitpick, but man, Mother Talzin from Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You know, we got that. So yeah, this is a big wave. I didn't want to have a million pictures here because we got to talk about G.I. Joe, but we got Shadow Lord characters that are essential with Icarus. You know, the heavy gunner there, and we got Malkin. So yeah, we got a lot of good stuff here. Gar Saxon is a major character in the Clone Wars. So getting him, the big bad, we got some good shit here.
Yeah, it's nice that Mother Talzin's getting some representation here too, though, because she was so pivotal to that series. And then also it fits very well to like have a wave where it's Clone Wars and Shadow Lord. That those just go together very well. It makes a lot of sense.
Yep, strong wave. And then well, there's one picture I didn't fix, and that was like their main event in the panel. But Queen Amidala, pictures are all over. If you're following toy accounts, they were showing everybody what it looks like. That's the new packaging. Sorry, it's like an inflated picture that kind of plagued our last show, but yeah, there you go. And then we have a 2-pack with the wolf there. So Ebola, what's the character? Ebola. Someone help me.
I forgot.
From Shadow Lord.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, that was kind of thrown on the website. It wasn't even talked about in the panel. So there you go. And yes, articulated eyes on Rada as well. So that was part of the demonstration. Yes.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Invo. There we go.
Star Wars whiskeys. I'll give them a strong, very strong 4. Lots of good reveals. And I thought they were good, man. I didn't see a lot of repack, repaint. They gave TVC some big stuff, and Black Series, they pretty much murdered it. They did good. All right, Lara Croft. We didn't get to talk about these pictures because last Wednesday we didn't have a show. We were at preview night. Paul, did you have a tough time pre-ordering our queen here, Lara?
I'm actually playing long game on her. It's kind of, for me, I can take her or leave her. But I will say this. Shooting the Galaxy always does great photographs. But seeing her in person at the convention, she does look amazing. Like, it just doesn't do it justice, unfortunately.
Yeah, we have some in-hand pictures too. But I'll go to you, Bobby. Did you pre-order this? And it was tough. I think it's only available still on GameStop. I think it's completely sold out on Amazon, EE, Big Bad, and Pulse.
I did. She looked amazing when I pre-ordered. I'm like, okay, this is awesome. The price point sucks, but whatever. I'll swallow my pride on this one. But seeing her at the con in the booth looked fantastic, and then the fact that they had her upside down on a grappling hook with her boot in the hook with her drawing her bow, I'm like, no, that's.
I got it right here. You guys are talking about the booth shot. So there's me and the homies. We'll talk about that in a second. But there's Lara in person, and yeah, I love that upside down shot that you just described. That was a cool way to have her in action, and I like that they had different poses. And this was also showed off. It was the lone GI Joe representative at their Hasbro influencer press breakfast, but Lara Croft is a must get. There's a reason you can't get her, and she's sold out. She's awesome.
It looks amazing.
We'll
I know the price. I know the price. Yep. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I know the price. Yeah, the price was a sticking point for a lot of people, and this is the perfect slide to show this. I brought it up to BMAC at the booth, not or maybe I think it was BMAC. And I didn't ask in a dickish way, just looking for information on if it was a licensing issue or whatever for the price. And he said, well, I know it's probably hard to tell on the retro card, but this really is a deluxe figure. So that's why it's at that price point. Do we buy that? Is this pack out deluxe?
No.
They're paying the Square Enix and whoever owns the license right now.
That's
tax.
The reason I'm saying no. Here's the thing. This loadout, granted, we get a few extra pieces, but GI Joe usually gives us a ton of stuff already. So it was like, I don't think it's a deluxe per se, but it's
borderline.
It's the most packed out. It's the most packed out retro carded figure we have.
Fair.
And shout out to Baldy Locks, who said it was freaking retro carded for months, and no one, even Full Force, was saying no. So he had some inside scoop on that for a long time. And yeah, I don't know. I watched him last night. I didn't see him even mention it. So maybe he's just kind of over the fact that he knew. But yeah, here's some more looks.
Baldy's got a guy.
Yep, he does. But yeah, cool. I would pay whatever for this because I'm a massive Tomb Raider fan. It was my
Adam
first game
Adam
on
makes a good
PlayStation.
point there.
Yep. Crystal Dynamics, not Square
Look
Enix.
at-
Sorry.
Let me see. Oh, I don't have
Oh, this one? Corvalog Guard was cheaper. Yeah, but you're not paying Crystal Dynamics or whoever. It was Square Enix did have.
That's what it was. That's who started it. Yeah,
it did.
I can accept that there's licensee related to it, and that's the price point. But okay.
Hey, it's $45 and it's fucking sold out.
Yeah.
So how can we judge or criticize?
Yeah. No, that says it all. People wanted it.
We can easily criticize Moody.
You could criticize it, but they made the business. That's one thing I'll never do is we're going to talk a lot about prices with G.I. Joe because some of them are astronomically horrendous. But if you sell out and I don't like the price, then you did your job as a business. You sold something out that was expensive. If you raise the price and every comment says Ollie's, Ross, Ollie's, waiting, then no. No one said that about this. Maybe a few people, but like it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like GameStop, I guess, if you want to deal with them, but sure. So I want to talk about the.
I like what.
Yeah, go ahead.
The last thing, I like what Brian King said about he wishes it had a third head to put on a Valkyrie. That's a good idea.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Want to talk about the new team. Mark Beasley is a really, we know BMAC is the man. He's fully trained. I gave him a shout in the panel when I went up and asked the question. He didn't give me the triple T, but that's probably because they told him not to. But look, BMAC's a good dude, always providing great information to our channel, and he's fully transparent with everything he does. The communication in the line has never been better. And Mark is bringing storytelling to Classified. Lenny came up with backstories of why these characters are this way. Mark is connecting them, right? That wasn't Lenny's job. Lenny's job was to make good fucking figures, and he made the best figures for $25. Well, now they're $28. But Mark is connecting stories and having conversations with him, which Bobby did, right? So some of those clips are going to be on Alternate Heads, Geeks Have Game, and possibly Super Cool Nerd Show. We'll see what's going on with all that stuff. But man, Mark is great at the lore. He's got great vision for what the Classified line is. Besides just making the coolest figure possible, he's connecting dots, and it's really cool to see. Before we talk about figures, do you guys have any comment? Bobby, you interviewed him, but Paul, can I go to you first? You got to talk to Mark as well. Do you want to talk about Mark's presence on the Classified line?
Yeah, I got lucky twice. One time I was there, it was not a lot of people around, so I kind of had Mark to myself for a good while. He is so knowledgeable about G.I. Joe. He's a fan himself, and he seems like a great guy. It was awesome. And I'm excited for this. And the question in the chat is it on the decline, whatever. And somebody said earlier, I don't think it's declining, but I don't think it's gaining momentum. And that's a good way to put it. We're sort of just like in this transition where it's sort of at a plateau. It's just going like this. But I do believe, and again, hope springs eternal, that these two guys can take it. We'll see. Because I had a great chat with BMAC too. And both of them were just like in it. Like how many times over the course of the week do they have to have the same conversations? But they don't let it phase them. They're present and polite and there with you and engaging to hear you out as a fan. And BMAC was also amazing, just being like, well, what are your ideas on this? Or what other ideas do you have? Like, it was so cool to be like, yeah, this is what I would like. Yeah. I had a great time, especially with
awesome. Bobby, you got anything before we start digging into the booth? And we'll have final thoughts on the panel. I'll talk about Eric, the designer. I got really some great conversations with him. But Bobby, just a quick thing on Mark. If you got anything?
Yes.
Oh, Todd. Mark was an absolute sweetheart. He was such a nice guy. And then after, Michelle and I interviewed him, he was like, "Oh, can I get a picture with you?" I'm like, yeah. So no, sweet dude, dude. Nothing but wonderful things to say.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. So we got the OG-13. Now these pictures you guys are about to see are all the things all the things I thought we were maybe going to get a chance to get at the convention. You remember last year, we talked about this 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Slice and Dice, Striker. It was a good help to the channel. Well, God forbid they hook up a Toy Kind of Mood with something early for once, besides a Fatal fucking Fluffy and the Springfield 2-pack, which is atrocious. No, there was nothing else to buy. No Hal. There was well, we got OG 13 characters, so all those who've been dying to see OG 13, they did a nice little lineup on a skateboard there. And we got Action Man, which Bobby B already reviewed, but no, that wasn't available. We got the Vamp Mark II. No, that wasn't available. We got the fucking Varmint and Stealth Cobra Flight Pod thing. No, that wasn't available. Dusty with Sandstorm. No, that wasn't available. Already reviewed by Bobby B. By the way, I love Bobby B. Deep Six. Hey, this could have been a Toy Kind of Mood exclusive. No, not fucking available. Hooded Cobra Commander. That would have been 10,000 plus views for the channel. No, not fucking available. And, well, that no one has yet. And the Snowcat, to me, is just way too big. Paul, I'm going to you. You reviewed the Rattler. This thing feels like Rattler epic level shelf size. Talk to me about this. It's too big. You like it? What's up with it?
Listen, it's huge, man. And if no one has been to a convention or seen it in person, you really don't get the scope of it until you see it in person. It is massive. Now, my thing is my plans for my dioramas. I'm focusing on Cobra, right? So I ended up not wanting the Snowcat, but I mentioned this at dinner at Comic-Con. I am interested in having this for the Joes if they paint it in green and do the Havoc Mark II. KJ brought that up a couple of weeks ago, I think, on the show.
Very smart question. And by the way, those looking forward to seeing KJ Black Genghis on the show, he had more pressing matters to do. He got an early screening of Brand New Day. And then there's the Arctic Hiss.
Looks good.
I kind of like the look of this. We should point out that when people see these pictures in the booth, that powder there, that baby powder shit, that doesn't come with it. It's going to have frosted glass like the Snowcat, or at least the Snowcat does. See that glass? It's frosted, but all that
stickers.
The powder, and then they put cotton balls and all that. But the powder stuff that they put all over the snow, great effect. That doesn't, that's not part of the design. Right?
Yeah.
Let people know that. Yeah.
I know we're not really talking about the Snowcat, the Arctic Assault Hiss that much, but I will say I still think, they're making that bivouac for the Snowcat. I would have liked a little cloth actual tarp to wind up and put on the side instead of the plastic mold.
Agreed. I want to assess here. I'm so happy you're here to hang with us tonight. Heard from someone who asked Hasbro. Yeah, I actually did on the first day, because when Chris Scott, who was there earlier because he's with Big Bad and Skeletron, and he was inside, he goes, dude, they only got the Fatal Fluffies, and there's nothing like Springfield or whatever. Like, they don't, there's no place like Springfield. They don't have anything early this year. And I was like, I had nerd tears. Yes, all you guys that love making fun of me, do it, because last year I got a home run. I was expecting a home run, and I didn't get it. And yes, you know what the reason is? It's because the Slice and Dice and Striker last year were shipped back to Hasbro. Did they sell a lot of them? Probably, but they didn't sell them all. And they had leftover stock, and they didn't want to do that again with, say, the HAL. Or I swear, if they had Hooded Cobra Commander, that shit was not going back to Boston. That shit would have been gone.
I will say that their displays were absolutely bonkers this year. Like, even like Marvel Legends, I told Dan, like, bro, what the shit? This is ridiculous.
We got a comment here. Wow, that's a long name. Go to news channel Shameless Animals. Hey, thanks for watching. Never seen this before. If you're new, subscribe. Thank you so much. Classified as losing momentum because the last few waves, including the Swamp Skier, look cheap and unfinished. Agreed. The same cuts happening across Legends and Transformers. Agreed. We talked about that. We were like, how is Star Wars the company with all new stuff and the other three companies are not? I'm being more particular as a result. Yes, and the prices are getting sky fucking high. I want to show the bivouac too. That looks cool. Got all the different heads, and they are doing more diorama stuff, whether you like it or not. We do have that,
which I love.
Piece that came with a 2-pack. So I love it. Yeah, we need more of that stuff. And then let's talk about the panel. We were all in the panel. Paul, do you think there were way too many theatrics in the panel? Or it's Comic-Con. Were you not entertained?
Sorry to burst your bubble, Trav. I was on set that day.
Totally forgot. Hey, man,
That's okay.
You're always with us in holographic spirit, Hector. But just, look, I don't know if you heard what happened, but there was a full 3-minute Cold Slither song video, and they were like, raise your arms. And I was trying to, like, get into it, but the crowd was not. This isn't wrestling or a concert. They're there to sit on their hands looking at new toys. And then they had a very long Cobra Commander meets Cobra Commander meets Cobra Commander, and it was cute. It was fun. Sarge came out, threatened them. It was really long, though, like a long promo in WWE that you'd see with Seth Rollins or Roman going 40 minutes. Like, dude, just give us a match. That's how I felt about this. I'm like, can we see some reveals? It was cool, but it was really long. I think it was cool, but it was really long. Good.
What I'll say, because even though I wasn't there, I did look it up. I asked my friends for pictures once I started hearing about it. And this is, kind of whack. That's what people said. But and that was the guy that they used to do Cobra Commander's voice for all the HasLab campaigns and stuff like that. That's who they had in that hooded Cobra Commander suit. They hired him to be there for that. But aside from that, I think in a way it was smart, because I think they knew that they had a bit of a, maybe you want to say, lackluster showing this year. So they wanted to sort of like add something else to it. In that sense, maybe it's smart to get people to talk about it. It becomes a spectacle. But also, a lot of people were like, what the hell's going on?
Right. Bobby, I don't know how many G.I. Joe Classified panels you've been to, but this room didn't fill up for the first time since they first started doing Comic-Con for G.I. Joe Classified, which was 2022. Remember, the line came out during COVID. There was no it was San Diego at home. Their first participation was 2022, and we got to interview them back then. And they came back 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 4 years. This was the 5th year of the G.I. Joe Classified, and their rooms were capped. People were turned away. People who loved G.I. Joe were turned away. People who were waiting in long lines. This year, there was a whole lot of seats in the back row, and they were in a smaller room than usual. How do you feel about that? So let's be honest. Let's be real.
So first off, I'm gonna give some love to D-Town Joey. What's up? Because he's from Texas. I'm from Texas. Let's do this. You know what? I feel Chaz is right. Thought it was entertaining, but only did because it didn't have much to show. Here's the thing. The fact that they didn't have a solo, because we were at Marvel Legends and that panel was full. Right, that was a full panel. I think maybe the back row.
It's also Marvel Legends, the most covered toy line in the history of YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. Period. I don't think anything else has been covered on YouTube more than Marvel Legends.
No, I don't think. Someone said this earlier in the comment section. Like, I don't think that G.I. Joe has lost steam. I think they've plateaued. Right. I think like any other line.
Thank you so much. Sorry, Bobby. Lied up. Yeah. Thunder Machine without Thrasher. Horseshit. We'll get to the Thunder Machine, I promise.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think another issue, and I think JoJo June does kind of hurt them a little bit at San Diego, just a bit, because they're like, oh, here's everything.
Yeah, but it really didn't, like, everyone's saying that this year, but that we've always had.
But we've had JoJo June in the past, right? But I think the other big thing was, they didn't have
call. 10 a.m. panel. 10 a.m. panel on day one. Good call. Great call.
Like, I think that was a bad choice as well. Like, I don't remember. It was Marvel Legends 11. It was 11 o'clock last year too. Yeah, look, I think that without Lenny and Tony, I think there was like I think Chad put it best. Like there's a lack of confidence. They were, they're not used to being the front and center at the Comic-Con.
You're right. It wasn't Emily and Lenny and Tony. It was a whole team. B-Mac had done panels before with Transformers, but it was his first time doing it with Joe. Last year he missed it because he was on paternity leave.
Yeah.
So I get it. I don't know if it was confidence. I just think they didn't have a lot to show.
Yeah.
And they had to fill it with other stuff. And that's a smart move. But it's also, as a toy collector, even as a diehard G.I. Joe fan, you want to see. You're going all the way to San Diego. You want to see some shit. Doesn't matter what Yojo June did. You're at fucking Comic-Con.
Yeah, exactly. And look,
if you don't have anything, you can't. B-Mac can't just pull shit out of his ass. It has to be real. It has to make sense. I get it.
Yeah, and look, I think Dustin. I think.
Last thought, because you got to go, Bobby. So
I do have to go, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is Classified like limping now? No, like I think G.I. Joe is still releasing cool stuff. I think that Mark and B-Mac will give us good stuff, right? Lenny even told us that he, before he left in good hands. Like they will continue that. But do I think G.I. Joe has plateaued? Sure. But anyone who goes, they're dying. Here's the thing.
That's not what we're saying.
No. But hold on. Are they losing momentum? Every line has this problem. Every line hits that plateau. Okay. Every line goes, you know what? Like, and every fan goes, like last year, how often in the past 2 years have I gone off on Marvel Legends because of like them not giving us anything with like Spider-Man or any like extra any accoutrement, right? Like every toy line will hit that plateau. And look, G.I. Joe came out the gate running, but even here's the thing: when G.I. Joe came out, people were bitching. People were bitching about, we're getting like, Nerf guns. We're not getting what we want. We're not getting what we want. And you had a lot of crybaby bitch boys.
They have always listened. I'll say that.
And so what happened? And so what happened was they pivoted to like, we're not supporting the game. We're getting these action figures. Now we're getting the figure. Now and then the fanboys stopped bitching. They stopped bitching. What's up, Shark Eyes? They stopped bitching, right? So now again, we're not getting the figures we want. And so what happens? Right. And so they start crying again. And I think that we've had, when it plateaus, you hear the fanboys. Because here's the thing: no one is more toxic than fanboys, right? Like there's no greater Star Wars enemy than a Star Wars fan. Same with Marvel. Same with fucking G.I. Joe, right? So.
I think at the end of the day, Bobby, this is our hard-earned money, and you have a right to. That's why you can't just accept everything.
Travis,
well, they don't have anything to show. So let me watch 20 minutes of them singing and fucking doing a skit. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to accept that.
Did I ever once say you have to accept?
No,
anything?
But like
but do I think like I didn't get to go to the panel because I was working? Did I hear like this panel is the greatest thing? No. Did I hear shady things? No. Do I think that when you bring on Cold Slither, I think you're reaching? But then again,
the crazy part is for weeks and weeks I've been predicting that the Cold Slither was going to introduce the Thunder Machine, and it didn't happen.
And you know what?
And they introduced Sarge, and then somehow the Colts.
I
think we're going way too off, and we got toys to show. So, Bobby, what else you got for us before we let you fly?
I'm just saying that G.I. Joe has a plateaued. Yeah, it's plateaued, but that's not a bad thing. That's like it's a lull before. Okay, you know what? They're gonna go. Here's like look at Marvel Legends. I have cherry-picked Marvel Legends like a motherfucker. But now Doomsday? Oh shit. Okay. It's a wave, it's ebbs and flows. we're fine, right? I think everything will be fine. I think one bad Comic-Con does not make something, fall apart. But hey, what the fuck do I know? Just been collecting toys for 44 years. So, anyways,
all right. He's been talking toys since he was in a crib playing with toys.
Exactly.
All right, man. We are gonna let you fly. We're gonna go through all the toys as fast as we can. Yeah, but Bobby, man, this has been a great week. Congratulations with work,
thank you,
cover price, and everything you've done this week, and thanks for helping out a Toy Kind of Mood for fucking forever. 6 years. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. All right, y'all. Peace out.
Big love for you guys. Peace. All right, now Bobby's gone. Now we can talk real shit about G.I. Joe and Hasbro. Here we go.
I did not. I was still in the back, motherfucker.
Yeah, we're just kidding. All right, we're talking about good stuff. That is funny. Hardball. Let's just talk figures now. Let's get all the other stuff out of the way, and we'll save it for the end. Hardball. This was look, I'll say this. The name onlys were amazing. It was the best thing about the panel. Better than the Thunder Machine. We got some really good name onlys that were fun. Do you agree, Paul?
Yes, and a lot of figs that like people have been asking for, being like, "Oh, I can't wait to get Hardball," whatever, What's up, Carlos? Yeah, no, for sure, man.
Yeah, this was a good one. It does come with a baseball bat, so that was part of it too. So hopefully, there's I don't think it's retro carded. So we got the shot from 3D Joe. Shout out to Carson, but hopefully we get some retro. I don't think there's a guy that's popular enough to get retro carded and classified. I'm good with just classified. Give him some retro vibes. Give him a bat, upgrade him. And people have been trying to make customs or have been making customs of Hardball for a really long time.
Yeah.
Next up. We got Navy. What's up, Paul? We got to get going, brother. We got lots to cover, dude.
Go ahead. I was just going to point out real quick, Lenny, that's one of the fun things Lenny has done with the sports. Like, we're going to have a basketball on the line now. We're going to have a baseball bat. We got a football and a tee. That's it. Go.
Home run analysis. Talk to me about our homie Shipwreck. I hated the brown Shipwreck with that 2-pack. I know you guys haven't even been able to pre-order it yet. Watch the review. Nobody's really watched it, even though it's first. Just kidding. That's me crying to get more algorithm haters. But no, I'm kidding. I am really looking forward to this version of Shipwreck, whatever it is. Dollar General is the reference they use, but BMAX said, don't expect that. Expect something similar to Sailor Shipwreck, Navy SEAL Shipwreck. I want the one all the way on the right, but I'm happy with any of these three. What say you, my friend?
All right. I think this is a smart move. I expected the Shipwreck we got in classified should have been on a retro card. I expected something more like this in classified because that sailor look is so dated, but in the big white protesting.
Yeah.
But and like Carlos said, it's a modern Shipwreck. Bring it on. Yeah. And to your note about the far right, the Navy Shipwreck, I mean, I don't necessarily need that because we have plenty enough Shipwrecks now where we can just pop off a head and stick it on one of the divers or extra torpedo.
But they could kind of give it a something between the Dollar General and something of a diver. Like, definitely give him a sweater to change him from the yellow red divers and torpedo and shit. But then still give him if he's a Navy SEAL, he's got to come equipped. You know what I'm saying? He's got to have. He can't just be like sweater boy Shipwreck. He's got to fucking come with all that gear and all that shit.
What's the green one? That's a repaint.
Just a repaint of the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. All right. Next up, Dyna. Some people said this is the number one name only for a lot of people. Of course, we got the helmet with Zanya, right, with the chameleon. And shout to Rolls Robles. We got probably a Roel. We got I don't know why I said Rolls Robles. It's Roel. Roel Robles. We got his mock-up from a couple years ago, last year. Dope looking shot right there. And of course, now they're allowed to do October Guard because they changed the C from the K to a C. It's like October, like the month. No more of the Ukrainian, Russian, OK kind of thing. So are you OK or OC with Dyna?
I'm OC, dude. I'm excuse me. I'm O. Getting confused now. It's
I got
it's a trick question. No, you got me. I like it with the okay. This makes me worry. Like, you know, I had a great chat with Mark, excuse me, but I want to make sure that if they're changing it from K to C, I hope they're not changing the lore of it, because that's part of the charm and what fans want is that
they are.
faction.
We talked to Mark, and Mark said, and I love this, it's Darklonian. So I don't know what October Guard had to do with Darklonia. Anyone in the chat? Do you know? You know a lot about lore. But they are going to connect Iron Grenadiers to October Guard. With everything going on with Synapse, Mistress Armada, there's a third party entering. Hey, the people who live there aren't going to put up with this, and they have an October Guard, and that's who's going to protect the homeland from all these assholes that are infighting. And it's the October Guard, and I'm here for it. Mark is making stories out of toys and killing it.
I can accept that. I can accept that. But this also is exciting because, you know, we know we're going to get Horror Show and General Brekov and, you know.
Well, they may change some names, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. But no, cool. Yeah, I think this was exciting. Yeah.
All right. Heat Viper. I think Eric, the new designer, had a great conversation with him. He's a troop builder fan first. He told me he loves mechs, he loves robots. He's not so much like, he likes dreadnoughts, but he's not so much like the wild top of the fantasy. He's more, I would say he's more into the military side of Joe. I don't want to speak for him. Maybe we can have him on the show someday. But from just conversations, he's more like people that want more military and less high fantasy, but he still loves Synapse. He loves what's going on there, and he loves the wackiness of some of the troop builders. So I am excited to see his future designs, which should come in 2027 and beyond. And Heat Viper, I believe, was like the one he's looking forward to the most.
That's cool, man. Like, yeah, and I'm excited about that too. There is something appealing about, here's, you know, it's going to be a fresh take. Now, we'll find out sooner or later if we like the fresh take or not. Exactly, yeah. Not to mention, how much does that weigh? Like, I can't even imagine trying to run with that shit strapped to my legs.
That's so funny, dude.
Both legs, too. But specifically about the Heat Viper, I mean, yeah, he's pretty out there. I'll get one for my mint and box collection, but not going to be part of my army builders.
Yeah, no, I think it's also part of one of those. It depends on what it comes with, right? We're just looking at, again, 3D Joe's O-ring from back in the day. So if he comes with this kind of thing, he's a one-off. He's too big. He's a specialist. So we'll have to see, because, like, think about Night Viper. You can certainly build that. They're thin. They're quick, like, kind of like they're agile. They're good in the shadows. Heat Viper is going to just come out and blast you, which makes me think like it's enough to be like a Saw Viper, where you really don't need more than one. It's going to depend on your space, your money, and your collection, your collecting habits.
Yeah, man, that's a great take on it. Like, it doesn't have to be a army builder per se. I love that. That's the way I did Saw Viper because of that comic. I mean, he was in the comic. He was just the one Saw Viper that was bad, motherfucker.
Hey, and it's cheaper to buy some for 28 instead of 57 or whatever, right? So
exactly.
Look, we got a new Dreadnought, and it's it's Combat Medic Casey Jones. But no, I'm kidding, guys. This is not real. I like to have fun with anything like we don't really know. Flatline is a new character. Flatline, you're like, hey, Combat Medic, Dreadnought, that would be sick. Somehow ChatGPT or Google Gemini, whoever the fuck did this, it looks like Casey Jones. Hey, we had Chaos, right? And I know BMAC loves Chaos. So maybe we'll see that in the line. We're definitely going to get more Nox. How do you feel about them going just straight into all new rather than like modern era, Rise of Cobra, Pursuit of Cobra? Like there was a lot, or Collectors Club. There was a lot of like random Dreadnoks. We've seen them in Devil's Due, right?
But we're
getting Flatline. Like Lenny, hey, maybe Lenny's last wish before leaving Hasbro was, I need to create my own Dreadnought, because Lenny is known more for the Dreadnoks than in probably arguably anything else, right, with G.I. Joe. So to create his own was probably on his bucket list and his checklist, and he got to do it. It's in progress while he's leaving. So shout out to Len Dog. What do you think of that?
I think you just solved the puzzle. That was it. They approved him creating Flatline. He's like, okay, peace out. I'm going to boss fight. Yeah, he's like, I was just here to create a dreadnought, guys. No,
yeah.
But no, seriously, did you get is that I'm sorry, is that the defibrillators in the middle? Is that in there?
It's a defibrillator hammer. It's supposed to be. It's that thing is insane, right? It does look like a defibrillator hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's was wondering if that was because that was like the main thing I remember them talking about, and I mean, yeah, it's kind of a cool idea for Dreadnought that his specialty is like. Surely he's not necessarily trying to revive you. He's flatline gives you iodine. So okay.
No, yeah, he might not be. I think the artificial intelligence saw flatline. Okay, when someone's flatline, they're dying and they need, they're dead or they need a medic, whatever. So yeah, we'll see. This could be war. This could be anything. This is AI Fortnite. No, I just thought this would be hilarious just to kind of see what the AI gods thought Flatline would be, but it's actually not a bad mock-up if you think about it. Right?
No,
it's pretty fucking rad. I'm all in. Yeah,
dude, I was thinking that too. Like it's a decent render. It's a decent interpretation.
Yeah. No, it's pretty good. It's AI slop if you want to call it that. I think it's really good slop. I'm actually sucking it down. All right, the 40th G.I. Joe, the movie, that's the new logo. I am so happy. I will thank Hasbro for doing those little 10-minute, 20-minute streams of like Transformers and Star Wars, because then all those pictures I take a picture of and send to Chris for Full Force, they're horrible for this show. So I'm glad I can throw them out and delete them and use the ones screenshotted from the fan stream. But I will say this, why are they 720p? None of them were they were all 720p, so they were not clear pictures, but we did our best.
I mean, it looks good enough.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But anyway, 40th G.I. Joe the movie. I love the analysis from Circle of Jerks last night. I believe, I don't know if it was Spec or Baldy or whoever, I think it was Spec, but he might have got this information from BMAC talking to him. I think he said that every retro carded figure next year, 3 waves of 3 will be from this movie. So that was a great reveal or information. So shout out to Toy Optics and Circle of Jerks for that.
I mean, so I'm so excited for this 40th. And where do I even begin? So, but as far as the 40th, yes, best intro ever in this movie. But yeah, retro packs. Repacks galore, right? But some of those are going to be like probably Pythona, the Royal Guard, on a retro card, which is to me is more than welcome because I would like to army build more Royal Guards. And
we need a Serpentor. Maybe we can get. Here's. Do we have IGs in the movie? I can't remember. I've seen the movie how many times. I just don't recall.
Any Iron Grenadiers? No.
Yeah, I don't think so. Right? No.
It
was just Cobra and Cobra Law.
Yeah, Cobra Law. But see, this is fascinating because it could go anywhere from here's Pythona retro carded. I specifically asked BMAC because I do want, and I know a lot of people were not able to. Yeah, I know a lot of people were
picks. Yeah,
100%. And
of course, he said it at the panel. Oh, there you go. Okay, well, hey, I still shouted out some buddies anyway. But yeah, okay, cool.
I lost my train of thought. Hey, the Thunder Machine is going to be delivered next year, 2027. It is heavily featured in the movie. But also, yeah, like if a lot of people could not get their hands on Nemesis. Exactly. Lidub, or is it Lidub? I don't know, but I did specifically ask BMAC. I said, I would like to get Nemesis, and he said, I don't know if we could fit his wings on a retro card, but and the more we talked about it, he was like, yeah, it's possible. Everything's on the table, so retro Serpentor, rumored shirt. I would like to get that comic book Serpentor. I think it's a good look to change it up.
Okay. Yeah. BMAX said the 3 and 3 in the Pulse video. Well, hey, I didn't watch it till today, and then I actually got the news from Circle of Jerks first, so cool. But
what did he say again?
What's up?
What was it he said in the Pulse
retro card? All the retro carded being 40th
Yeah, yeah,
celebration.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, at least that's exciting. They have a program. We're not just getting like, now that we've gotten Flash and I guess a fixed up Falcon and a really good Valkyrie, which we'll all talk about in a sec. I am happy that they're going into a program instead of just like random shit.
And in addition, BMAC also said this. In addition to those retro cards for the movie, there are going to be additional releases that are movie related, whether it's an exclusive or you know, online, whatever, a Pulse exclusive or a Con exclusive. So yeah, there's going to be a lot. They're going to, I think, go big next year.
So remember when we said, are they losing momentum? They are, but when this comes out, maybe they'll get it back. That's another thing. We talked about it. Energon, and especially with an animated series.
Yep.
Movie with Danny McBride's movie, possibly Bradley Cooper headlining that. And then now the 40th. There are reasons why it could plateau. I didn't say in the title of the show, G.I. Joe is losing momentum. I said, is G.I. Joe Classified losing momentum? And I think they are right this second, but we have reasons for hope in the future. Yeah. And one of them is the Thunder Machine. Now, this is a very hot topic because of one thing and one thing only, the front end. So the front end of the retro was on the Firebird Pontiac Trans Am, late 70s, right? 78, 79. Some of the older models actually have a similar front end as the Thunder Machine as well. So you can see it's almost a almost a one-to-one front end as that bad boy right there. And then you look at this, and it's this. Shout out to Baldy. He gave me, I forgot to put his little bald fucking icon on there, but he gave me this. And he said, look, this is the mock-up. They pretty much just, I don't know if like how they did it, but they took an Ostriker and mocked it up. But I've been told that this is going to be bigger than an Ostriker, the Thunder Machine.
It has to be.
At Comic-Con. It is going to be bigger than the Vamp and bigger than the Ostriker. So have no fear. Yeah. This render is not done. It's just a mock-up. It's a render. It is not done. We're going to see a lot more to it. And those panels come off on the side. So you may get something similar to that when you take the panels off. Look at the wheels in the front and look at that now. Take the panel off. Is it similar now?
Well,
it's kind of similar now, right?
No, I gotta say no, because I think that they have that weird looking front end on their render because there's licensing issues with the actual car, of course.
Well, you know, the GM cut Pontiac off in 2010. I work in cars, so I know this shit. But look, 2010 is the last time we had Pontiac. Does GM still hold the rights to this? We got it in the Transformers meets G.I. Joe O-ring set. We got a very accurate Pontiac Grand, but it turned into fucking Soundwave, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know about legality here. I think it could. I think this was, we need something for Comic-Con, so we're gonna give them the Thunder Machine, and they had to go quick on this bad boy, and they had an idea. It's not like they just slapped this in seconds, but it ain't done. I was told it's not done, so I don't know about the licensing issues. Because I don't know if GM owns that anymore. Maybe they still do, but the Pontiac is no longer a company.
I don't know. It's the only thing the only logical explanation I come up with why you put this thing on the front instead of the other.
Yep. All right. Here's Shark Eyes. The front end now looks like, I've been hearing that all. Yep. From Mad Max. So maybe they wanted a Mad Maxian it up.
Yeah, so, I mean, and that's been kind of Lenny's MO with a lot of the Dreadnought approach is to take inspiration from Mad Max. Do you have can you zoom in on the front, like right under those miniguns a little bit? You see that skull?
I can do this. How about that? Yeah, that's I see the miniguns. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see the miniguns right under there is a skull.
Yeah, that's cool. Good eye.
So let me tell you this. I'm not gonna name names, but I was at the Hasbro booth, and there were a couple of current employees and maybe a former employee that were sitting there, and we were having a discussion about this. And I don't think this has been reported anywhere, Travis. So this might be an exclusive or first time, but word on the street is that skull is removable and can be put on a figure.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's very cool. I do want to say he said it looks kiddish in the render, but look at the wheels weathering though on the wheels. That's new for classified.
Yeah,
they're rustic, and the front end on the steel plate underneath there, the cage.
Yeah, the cowl
teeth,
thing, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the teeth. The teeth are weathered as well. And I really like the exhaust. I like the color of the exhaust. Looks really good. There are some really good things about this mock-up, and it's not anywhere near complete. It's going to be big. It's going to be different. It probably won't have a Pontiac front end, but I think it's going to blow people away, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I also like the addition of the rockets on the top. I've never been one of those people that wants a one-to-one translation from what was before to what's in classified.
This is classified. I don't even know if I want to say classified up yet, because I feel like it could use more.
It needs a little work
up to it, but they are trying. There's a lot of functions on there, a lot of weapons and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and just one thing I want to say about this is people are like, well, the Thunder Machine is Thrasher's ride. Why the fuck do we want to army build it? He should come with it. I see both sides. The Energon Universe comics introduced the idea that there are multiple Thunder Machines for the Dreadnoks. Do you remember those panels? So I kind of get that, but again, the reality of how many people are going to army build it, I don't know.
Yeah, BMAC mentioned army building, and that's why we're not getting a figure. Do you know, actually, we asked them in that interview. I wasn't there for the interview, but I think they asked them if we're getting a figure with it that's not Thrasher. Do we know the answer to that?
I do not.
So I was just burned out from prepping the show, but maybe tomorrow I'll find out. So watch the footage. If we post the footage, it might go. So I just want to know, we interviewed members of the team, interviewed the Hasbro team, but it may go on Geeks Have Game, a Super Cool Nerd Show, or this show. We haven't figured it out yet. We will. So stay tuned, okay? Easy enough?
Yeah.
All right, and then there's the comparison, and then we saw the mock-up. I was like, is this like a stolen Ostriker? And no, they're like, no, it's way bigger. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, more pre-orders. This was Walmart Con. Again, we didn't get to talk about it because we didn't do the show last Wednesday. Quickly, we can go through this quick. People already know about it. Psych Out, Night Force. Sold out. I went on Walmart today and it was available.
Oh, really? Every time I've checked, he's been sold out. I was like, they should have named him Sold Out, not Psych Out.
Well, let's see. Let's pull it up. You guys know? Here, I'm pulling it up right now, the link. It is up for pre-order.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I don't know if you can you copy, if I put in the chat, can people actually physically copy that links?
They can click on it. I don't know if, I think.
Let's see if they do.
No,
you can't click on it.
No, you can click on it and follow the link, but you can't copy it. It'll ask you if you want to block or report someone.
Oh, well, there you go. I don't know if that works. Oh, it's sold out on Pulse. Everything sells out on Pulse. That's an industry partner. So the red, the Crimson Snake and all that shit. So anyway, what do we think of this? What do you think of this version?
This is the version I prefer. I don't like the original colors. When I saw this, I was like, yep, I can do this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Shark Guys already has a review up this weekend, he said.
Of course.
Yeah.
He does.
Wouldn't expect anything else. He said no figure. Okay, there you go. No figure at all.
Cool.
No figure. That's to keep the cost down. It'll probably be $150. I forgot to ask that question, but probably $150, right? Thunder Machine.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'd hope so? Yeah. I think so. Especially if it's really big but no figure. That might have been why, you know?
Yeah. And I say I'd hope so, meaning I don't want it to be any more expensive than that.
Right. This guy goes good with Helix.
Absolutely. They do have sort of a synergy.
Yep. He's got Neo Vipers. And yes, they are the deepest and best subline in classified, but figure for figure out of the 5, I go a Ninja Force just because all 5 are bangers. But Night Force, as far as like a whole, like fucking 13 figures, like they're insane. Whatever it is, they're insane. We got a repack, our first ever repack in the line. We had never had a repack, and it's so. Here's more credit to Hasbro, G.I. Joe. We've never had a repack. This is repack meaning they re-released the figure in a different kind of packaging. Yeah. This is the first official repack, and I think it's gone. It was on Walmart and Pulse, but they gave us more of it. It was a little treat for Walmart Collector Con. Did you get more? Did you need more?
I missed it. All of this it was just bad timing for me. I missed a lot of these drops. Cool. It's hard to be doing pre-orders on set between takes.
All right. Very good, very good, very good. But anyway, that's cool news. They should always repack army builders, especially if they sell out.
Well, and I hope they're going to do another run on this to give people another opportunity. Again, we know there's more Arctic bats on the way, so yeah.
Cool. Now, I have turned, and I really love the Military Armaments Research Syndicate System Neutralizer Arm Cloaking Equipment Battlesuit.
Yeah,
that was a lot to say, aka the Mars Snake battlesuit armor, and it's $80, and we've been shitting on complaining mad about prices with Classified for a little bit. $80 for this. I don't give a fuck if they spilt cherry juice all over it. It's really good. $80 for this is an excellent deal. It fits with Crimson Moon, fits with Skeletron, even though it's a little more crimson than it is kind of the Matador, I like to call it, with that orangey red that they have with Skeletron stuff. But it fits your Skeletron figures, and of course it fits your Crimson figures that you have with G.I. Joe. Did you pre-order one of these? I know these sold out on Pulse, but they're still available on Amazon from what
No, dude, I missed it. I've dropped the ball big time with a bunch of these releases. But what I will say about this, again, like you said, the price, I believe that's the same exact price that the gray version was. So good job on not fucking that up, Yep. But also this red, the red looks way better in person. It's nice, deep red. Not like candy apple.
Agreed. This is still available on Amazon. I'm posting a link. Again, I don't know if links work on StreamYard, but there you go. Guys, look in the chat.
Yeah,
we have
it's there.
Links for Psych Out from Walmart and links for the snake, Crimson Snake on the Mars Snake, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's in the thing. But this is good.
It's there. Yeah, it's good.
It's good. Look at the cockpit. We all have seen it. I didn't care for the functionality on this because mine had like a whole like the fucking torso kind of like was loose, and the whole it was kind of wobbly, but I definitely appreciate the value of it. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Links work, people say in the chat. So it's good that I'm putting links in there. Cool. Glad to help.
Yeah, and this is, I'm sure a lot of people are going to customize this, like you said, and make it more of the old school, like Action Force Palatoy version or whatever, or Skeletron, whatever, because they can buy those the stickers, the decals online.
Bad Mother tattoo. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then look at the back. We got yellow, and that really helps it make it more Action Force Red Shadows, right?
Yeah, in that color scheme. Yeah.
That retro. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. Cool. All right, we like that. And now the retros. We kind of talked about these already, really, but as far as in-depth card back, the art. Look at the face on Falcon. You guys get mad at my AI thumbnails, but look at at least I'm not selling them to you. Look at this Falcon face. Now they got the figure face right because it's Night Force Falcon, but look at the card art.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I throw these away now anyway. I used to buy 2 of each, but now ever since they did that Flint one, they're getting ripped up and thrown away. But if you're gonna be an MIB, MIC, MOC, whatever, mint card collector, it's a shame, right? That we're getting this. We can't just get Hector's old art.
Yeah, man. I mean, good call, Tony. I know this is going to sound crazy, but the OG 13, I've never been one of those people that's like huge on that. It was like before my time with G.I. Joe. So the only one of these I'm not getting is Flash.
What?
I know that. Yeah, OG 13 was before my.
How are you not getting Flash? That's the whole point of this wave.
I don't know. To me, I did not pick up Lieutenant Fugly, so I need this Falcon. I didn't get Night Force and Coral 2-pack, so I need this Falcon. And I love army building, my Blue Cobra army, so lots of these Valkyries. Yeah, for sure.
But how do you not? And this is a damn good Flash? Like, how do you not get a critical part of the OG 13? I mean, this is exactly
again. OG 13 was before my time in Joe. I don't really have a connection to it, to him. Sorry.
All right, fine. Well, you have a connection to the Valkyries, a special Major Medusa. But talk to me about you like this? You like what they did?
Absolutely. Ever since they released the retro card Cobra Trooper, I've been saying like, oh yeah, so hopefully we will get that lighter blue version of the Valkyrie as well. And here we go. Yeah, she's gonna look great. And smart choice to put the generic helmet instead of the one that has the V on it. You know, this is good.
A lot of wows in the chat. A lot of wows in the chat. But then you have a friend here not getting Flash either. I got into Joe in 1994. I started selling drugs in 1994. So I was no, I'm kidding. I was 14. It's possible. But here's Falcon, and again, his face doesn't look good in the render. But I think if it's the same one from Night Force, which I believe that's it. I like it in person, but some of these angles make him look derpy in these pictures.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's going to be in hand how it turns out. I'm happy with the face. It's not Lieutenant Fugly like I call the original release.
Yeah, it's better for sure, and it is better in hand. We know it because it's you have the Night Force 2-pack with not Glenda with
Coral
from Action Force.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna nitpick this one though, like it's pretty bad how the camo is only on the front and the back and not on the sides.
Yeah, and then here's our not your homie, but my homie. We got Flash.
Who that?
And speaking of Glenda, we got Glenda's gun, aka Flash's gun. But yeah, we knew it was coming. Shout out to Walter, Yo Joe Reviews, my homie there. His channel no longer means anything, and he has to retire now because his whole shtick was showing Flash off every day. No, I gotta have another conversation with Walter. He's good.
And that got him a shout out from BMAC too.
He did during the Yojo June panel. All right, so that's a good wave. Yeah, we all got those pre-ordered except Paul with the Flash. But all right, now let's talk to some. We're very high in Hasbro now. It's a roller coaster of an episode. That's why there's 8,000 people watching. Now here's the bad part. We got this Marauders 2-pack. It's bright neon blue, which is fine, right? And it's fucking $75. $75. I know when people break it down, it's not so bad. It just feels like a lot of money for and you don't get 2 dogs, you get 1, but $75 for the set feels like a lot, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is, as they say, a bridge too far. Breaking down the math, what was figure and pet is at 40 or 30?
It was 40. What was here's the deal. It was 45 for Mutton Junkyard, right? And then Footloose is $25 when it came out. So 25 and 45 is 70. So it's only $5 more, right? Only. But this just feels, and now they're $27.99. So if you do the math, it's actually correct. It's correct. It just feels like a lot because it's a repaint.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Repaint. The reason for these figures being 45 and 25 is you're paying for new molds. We got a new Junkyard. We got a dog. Footloose had some weathering in his helmet. Like there's some new shit going on, and we're paying for it. This is all here. There's nothing new. So when you do a deluxe set, make it like a set. Hey, you're getting all this for 70. You're getting all this for 65. Not charging exactly what you get when it's a new mold. You get what I'm saying? So that's the problem I have. When you do the math, it makes sense, but it shouldn't be a whole repainted pack. How is the snake $5 more? You know what I mean? Look at that.
Exactly. That big
thing is massive, chunky. Yeah. Yes, and that's a repaint, but the other one was $79.99.
Exactly.
And with this inflation and all this stuff going on, it is still $79.99. Why is this just feel so expensive? Even if I'm wrong, it feels expensive. Tell me I'm wrong in the chat, please. Do you guys like paying $75 for this? Seriously.
The figure math, like you said, with current situation adds up. But yeah, I was going to bring up the same point about the snake armor and the comparison to this. It does not feel good. This is definitely, actually, guys, just hold off. This one's going to end up at Ross, probably. Ross and Ollie's or whatever.
And it's a cute set. I love the color. I like the blue. I know people are saying it's bright, but we have Ninja Force and Ninja Force rules. I don't know. I like it. I don't hate it. I kind of like his mask being blue. That like little Call of Duty half balaclava thing is cool. I was expecting more for Junkyard. I was expecting like a whole Black Doberman pincher, or whatever.
That's a Roddy. Yeah,
Roddy. Sorry, I was expecting a full black Rottweiler like we did when as a kid. Right? It's fully black. Right? It's fully black.
Yeah, because they didn't paint any of the pets when we were kids. It was just
right. But here's the deal: they could have I don't know. It looks like the one we got. I'm just saying.
No, that would have been a fun twist. Yeah.
Right. Oh, remember we got Freedom was Nairu. Am I saying that right?
Neil,
and it was black. And it's cheap. And now here I am complaining I want less paint apps. But hear me out though. It felt different, right? That was a 2-pack too, low light and spirit. But when you got a new bird, even if it was just full Rolling Stone painted black, it felt new. We're just getting the same dog. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It just I don't know. It would have been cool.
And I mean, would it have been weird to get Mutt and then name the dog something else to give a different dog? I don't know. But I think I like what you're saying about all black, like the retro style.
Okay, here's Toy Bounty Hunter doing some Bobby shilling. Just kidding. Pet combos are now 50. Yeah, we know Sandstorm and Dusty for 52 is ridiculous. And I know it's an all new Dusty, and Sandstorm is some reuse, some not. And single figures are 20. Yeah, but the even if the math is right and we're getting $5 off, it just feels too expensive. And this is agree. Just a repaint. It's not essential. I don't know how well this set's gonna do, guys. I really don't.
Yeah. Yojo OC, yes sir. Called it.
Wait, what? What did I miss?
Wait. He says wait for $24.99 at Ross a while back.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Maybe Ross is pretty expensive these days too. So
they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah. Well,
people were going there for the bargains, and now if they're gonna raise their prices, they're gonna have a rude awakening, and people are gonna be like, "Nah, that can sit there and collect dust, and then I'll come back when it's marked down."
Yeah. Yep. It's crazy because it feels like holy shit, and when you do the math, it's not wrong technically. It just doesn't for this set. It feels expensive. It feels like I would rather buy a PlayStation 5 Wolverine, right? The new Wolverine game by Insomniac, and we're talking games. Yeah. That game is $70, right? I would much rather spend 25 hours with Logan and playing Wolverine on PlayStation 5 than a repaint of these characters. That's just, I know it's weird, but that's just how I feel. Okay, here's good stuff. What's the price of the Triple T going to be with Sarge?
Oh man, all right. The is honestly seeing it in the display just below the despoiler in a way. I think they could pull it in for that same price though, because the Striker was the 110, the despoiler's 110. I think they can do it for the 110.
Got you. Cool.
Is that wishful thinking?
110 I think is pretty on the money, and
cool.
I'm definitely okay with 110 for this, because if it's 90 for the snake, the remix snake. No, it's 80, right? 80. It's 80 for the snake.
Yeah.
What? And this comes with a figure. That seems, and it's Sarge, who's kind of deluxe because he's jacked and comes with stuff. I think that's good. I think 110 is good. Confirmed by the Full Force 110. Cool. Here we go. Cool.
All right. So that's good that we have the confirmation in there. But yeah, as far as like the Triple T, I got to tell everybody, when the render first came out, I was very skeptical. I was not feeling it. But seeing it in person, it's just weird. I mean, it's a weird vehicle in general, the design, but certain angles, it doesn't capture it well, but it is chonky. I mean, it is. I'm actually very happy with the 110 price, I guess. I mean, and the canopy, I don't know if there's people out there that are still confused, but the canopy is optional. A holonet, that's the same thing you're asking. Is it really the same value as the despoiler? That's the thing. Unfortunately, G.I. Joe classified pricing does feel to kind of be a little haphazard and arbitrary sometimes. But I feel like there's also working with certain SKUs. Well, we have like this figure and vehicle SKU, and this is the price point right now. So I don't know, but I wanted a canopy. I wanted an update personally. And then to do my little nitpick thing, I'm hoping that the light bar that's on top of the canopy is removable. And if there's anybody that knows more military info in the chat, let me know. But would that light bar affect the laser guidance targeting system? Is it in the way of that? Is that a bad placement for the light bar?
Great question. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am not sure. Let's see what they think. Well, I hit the buttons too much. Here's more looks. What do you think of Sarge himself? There's some people say this is the best Sarge yet. I called it Night Force Sarge. No, it's not officially Night Force Sarge, but it looks like it could be, right?
Yeah. I mean, but I know it's a bit of a hot button issue for some people, but I'm okay with this version. I'll tell you what, I'm definitely glad that they didn't give me the same version I already bought in the plastic-free packaging.
Oh, yeah, hell no. And then there's another look at it. And so here's the thing. I don't know if I mentioned this. I am glad that this is the size it is. It's not so small that it looks like ridiculous, like a circus vehicle or something that belongs on the moon. But it's not so massive that it's going to eat up your shelf space either. It's not the size of a Hiss, or because when I first heard the Full Force really kind of sell this, because he saw it at Boss Fight or whatever, he saw this thing and was like, hey, this thing is going to wow you and impress you. It wasn't like the Comic-Con display, like Rattler, Dragonfly, Hiss. We talked about this, I think, at dinner or whatever. We talked about this at the con, but it was certainly cool, but it wasn't that wait after the panel we're bringing this out kind of thing. But that's a good thing, because the triple T's for one person and then the back canopy can open up too. This should not be like a upscaled kind of thing too. So I think the size of it's perfect, and that way the price can be perfect on it too.
Yeah, I agree. And but I will say though, these angles really aren't selling how chonky it is. From certain angles it looks smaller than it is. It's not overly sized. I feel like they got it just right. But yeah, I think that's a better angle to show. See,
this one right here. This is a perfect angle. Like, this is a good. It is chonky is the perfect word, man. The chonky tonk, man. But no, I mean, really, it's chonky, so it's impressive. It's gonna do some work out there against Cobra and the Dreadnoks and shit, but it isn't gonna like hog your space. So if you're doing a Marauder set, which they did here, it is a cool display middle, but it's not like a massive thing where you're not going to have any room and it's going to be $200 or $150. You know what I mean? So I'm thrilled with it, because it's not like some giant like game changer. I'm thrilled that it just kind of hits the spots and just good enough, and the canopy can come off, and it's a cool looking canopy. You know what I mean?
And it's an iconic moment. The introduction of Sarge to the cartoon line was in I believe the first episode of the Arise Serpentor Arise miniseries, and he comes strolling up in this. The Cobra Commander's directing the battle, and he says unidentified vehicle from the left flank or something like that, right? Through the binoculars. And Sarge rolls up in the triple T, jumps out, and starts kicking ass.
Yeah. No, it's certainly good. Wish we got more than that Colt with him, you know, like another rifle. But he is driving, so, and he's got turrets. So yeah, it's good. I wish I could have gave you guys a review. I tried. I asked like 2 or 3 times, so I did what I could. Sergeant Slaughter's in the Hall of Fame. Larry Hama's in the Hall of Fame, right? So he joins Larry Hama. I don't know who else is in there, but really.
I think they're the only 2 humans in it, right?
Oh, who else is in it?
I don't recall, but they were making a point of that, right? Let us know in the chat. But that was the thing, that it's like they've been putting like, I don't know what, I guess characters in the Hall of Fame or something, but what's let's see, that's if somebody in the chat knows why they said he's the second human in the Hall of Fame, what is that a reference to? Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
So the funny thing is they did use this picture for the Hall of Fame, but they can't use it as a figure because it belongs to Mattel or WWE. Rather.
Oh, so that's the explanation for why he didn't come with the Triple T also. Yeah. So there you go.
There you go. Because this version was the Ultimate Edition Comic-Con exclusive from like 4 years ago. Okay. 5. I think 5 now. Maybe 4. It was like black card. All right, another pre-order. Oh, and we should say that the Triple T is going to be up for pre-order on August 12th.
Yep.
So there you go. And then this will be up for pre-order August 26th. So two weeks later. And I don't want to go too much into it, but it's a nice looking box. I like the packaging there. We don't get too many 3-packs. You know, we get the Viper one and so forth. We got Cold Slither. But how are you feeling about these? I think these got a lot of love at the convention. I was surprised.
You know, clearly they're doing the thing where it's made to be the companion with the HasLab. That's why we have that packaging with the light blue deco like that. That gives you a little preview of what your Snowcat box is going to look like, I'm sure. And these figures, though, it's weird to combine 2 Cobra figures, 1 Joe figure, and then also to give them all the same color scheme. Like I don't understand like why there's no differentiation between the white and gray and dark gray on Joes and Cobras. Like, I mean, friendly fire is going to be a thing here. Unfortunately.
For sure.
So yeah, that's my take on it. I'm probably going to pass on this if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think the main reason to get this is if you got the Arctic Hiss and you got the Snowcat, you want to build out that world. We got Iceberg on the way. So, right, we got Frostbite. So, and you know, obviously we're going to probably get some more Arctic. I think they did promise more Arctic Joes in the panel or at Comic-Con. I did hear something about more Arctic is coming. I think B-Max said it in the panel. I didn't have a chance to go back and re-watch it or listen to it or anything, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to stop building this world. So, at least that's a change from the Dragonfly, right? The Dragonfly was like depending on old steel core figures instead of giving us like cool shit that made sense, you know?
Yeah.
So at least with this, they're trying to build out this Arctic world.
The Dragonfly is unfortunately so far the only HasLab that did not get a companion pack. This is clearly a companion pack for the Snowcat, you know? But excuse me. But the thing with this is we were talking about next year's retro card waves. Well, you got to remember, they might, in a way, tie the movie retro cards into the Arctic theme because everyone was in their winter gear in a scene in that movie. Multiple scenes in the movie. So that could be something they do too, is take that jacket that Flint has, the jacket that Lady J has in this, and put it on other figures and just plop their head on, and then there's the Arctic version of them. I think that's a real possibility, or even if it's just done that way in the classified release. But
this too, they mentioned an Arctic back re-release for Entertainment Earth, I believe, right?
Call.
Was it Entertainment Earth?
Yeah. I don't remember, but yeah, that's a good call. Mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Trapier is like, see you at Ollie's again. He's talking about Ross Ollie's all the time. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about this one though.
No, maybe. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe though. Cool. So let's get into our main discussion. We still have some bonus stuff to talk about. There's more toys to talk about. We're 2 hours and 10 minutes in, but we got a little bit left. All right. We talked about the highs and lows. There's a lot of overpriced stuff. There's repaints, there's repacks, there's there's shenanigans in the panel, right? A lot of theatrics because we got one digital render in the panel. A whole Comic-Con panel, one digital render, and it was a Thunder Machine, but it's not complete.
Right.
Now, digital, if you probably ask Tony, the great Tonino, Tony Colello, if you ask him, he probably says none of the digital renders are ever really, truly complete. But if you go back and compare his digital renders to the products, they're like 95% done. From what I'm hearing, the Thunder Machine has a long way to go.
Yeah.
That seems more of a concept than, and it is going to be like it is made to order. BMAC confirmed that. BMAC also confirmed that HasLab is returning. It's not a big deal because we kind of knew that HasLab was returning for all lines. Like they said it throughout the show. So people were making a big deal about it. And I'm like, yeah, we knew that was happening. But has G.I. Joe Classified lost momentum to you, Paul?
It's a hard question.
You got a hot take for that?
I'm gonna say
mustache.
No hot take. It's just that I'm gonna say what I said before. I think there's interesting things going on with the transition. It's a transitional period, so it may feel like that, but it's sort of people just getting the company getting their bearings again, the Joe team getting their bearings, and we're halfway through the year already, over halfway through. We are about to be in 2027. It's going to be the 40th anniversary. There's going to be so many things happening. HasLab's coming back. Also, you were mentioning that Thunder Machine is like in development stages. Well, I'm sure that they are working their asses off on it because that's going up for pre-order, I think, in the fall, they said, which is just around the corner.
We're gonna see it at New York Comic-Con.
Yeah, exactly. So,
right.
I'm sure that's priority number.
It's not that early. Like it's obviously it's a show up prototype at New York Comic-Con, which is around Halloween, right? Or middle of it's the beginning of October. It's like the 12th, the 8th to the 12th or something like that. So that is soon. We got August, September, October. We got yikes. Right. That's 2 months away.
Yeah, that's why
it's 2 months away from showing it.
Yeah.
So if that render needs more work, how much can wow. Okay.
Hey, I think that's their priority right now, or maybe it should be because
it's got to be their priority if there's no other digital renders.
Yeah.
So, I guess my point in this whole this thesis was, you had this. Talk about the exclusive, right? And I had fun saying I don't know if you guys watched the review because it felt like no one did. And I did. Right. No, I mean no one as far as when you get something first, more than 2,000 people watch it. Not this time. Fatal Fluffy's set is awesome. Yeah, I'm going to spoil my review. It is awesome. I was wowed by it. And I don't mean price. The value of it, we could talk price all night. Throw the price away. This was a great set. The figure has an unbelievable articulation. The mini fluffies are fun. The packaging, that is Comic-Con packaging. Beautiful cereal box. It's fun. It's pop culture. I really wish it sold out at Comic-Con just so they could pat themselves on the back. I hate that Hasbro has to bring these back because they really thought outside the box and brought something fun. Now there's no place like Springfield had no place at Comic-Con. I'm sorry, it is Sunbow, but it's still so hardcore G.I. Joe. It didn't have special packaging. Shipwreck I got a bad one probably. He was a bobblehead. There was not much to him. Cadet Deming is a wonderful repaint. awesome repaint, nice face sculpt, lots of stuff with it. You know, it's the female Crimson Guard retro. Poly, you can't attach poly to anybody. My point is this. It isn't about the quality of the review. Go watch it. It's this. Paul, talk to me about what you see on the screen and why you think I came up with they're losing momentum. One render in the panel. 20 minutes, 25 minutes of shenanigans in the panel. The booth didn't have not a lot of traffic. It had good, solid, steady, but not like I couldn't even get to Lenny and Tony most years, right? I have to talk to them on preview night or Sunday. I can't even get to my own dudes because they are rock stars there, right? And it's not really, it's them, but they had product. They had a Rattler, Dragonfly, Snowcat. They had shit to show that was new and on stuff. There was a lot of the stuff at the Joe booth was stuff we saw. We saw stuff there that was being reviewed by people while it's in the booth. I'm just saying, like, there was, I don't know, Tomb Raider, Triple T. Beyond that, I wasn't wowed by a lot of the display. The display itself was cool, but there wasn't like, oh shit, Heat Viper, Heart. I wasn't surprised by anything though. So that's why I ask you, look, but everything I'm telling you, how are they not losing momentum? Like these were the only things that didn't sell out the whole time.
Yeah. And you know, this was earlier in the week, obviously, because it says out of stock for the day. By Sunday, this screen, they didn't have anything up there except the 2 G.I. Joe exclusives. Not even
right. You could have taken this picture on Wednesday or Sunday. Nothing changed. That's my point.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, I'm more surprised that stupid $68 Ghostbusters piece of turd sold out. That little bitty thing. Anyway,
yeah, that was the worst exclusive. We even said that 2 weeks ago in our preview.
Yeah.
And thank you, Gypsy. We have 140 people watching us blab and on Joe. And man, you guys mean the world to me. You really do. We put a lot of work into this show. It took me 3 days to put alternate heads in this show together. And if you're not watching alternate heads on Geeks Out Game, check that out. Paul, Bobby, and I. Shout out to Jason, KJ. Watch that show. If you like all toy brands, we talked about Motu, talked about McFarlane, Mezco. We talked about all kind of stuff on that show. So check it out, right? But anyway, yeah, thank you. Hit the like button. That's all I ask. I'm not asking for money or anything. Just hit the damn like button. That's all I care about. But anyway, continue. My whole point, though, is, yeah, it just doesn't seem as strong of a brand at this Comic-Con that it did in the past. And that's going to happen when you change the teams. But that's also going to happen when you don't bring a lot of new stuff or show stuff. Maybe showing the Thunder Machine would have changed my mind completely, but it wasn't ready. I can't blame them for having stuff that's not ready, but you got to plan. Like, I don't know, maybe the planning is difficult when you lose the team, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you bring up a good point. And like we said before, I kind of was expecting a little more reveal of the Thunder Machine, but we can tell by the render it's not as far along in the design process as we had hoped, maybe. Yeah. Well, and then the Triple T, I mean, so that's the thing. We already said the Triple T is not like the kind of showpiece that a HasLab, Snowcat, Rattler, which Arctic Hiss.
And that was their showpiece because Arctic Hiss is a repeat of, and it went against another vehicle that was our showpiece last year.
Exactly. So that was sort of missing. And I hear what you're saying. And yeah, both exclusives, I hear you're saying like this doesn't belong at Comic-Con. Both exclusives were cartoon references, you know? So there's that. And I mean, yeah, it's a tough call, man. I think it's a plateau, a lull. I think I think next year it's gonna they're gonna turn the corner and it's gonna be very exciting for people.
Yeah. And BMAC is brilliant.
Absolutely.
When he jumped on the team, his first project, I don't want to say his first project, I don't know. But his first Comic-Con splash with the team was Cold Slither. And there's a reason we got a concert, vinyl, merch, and a wonderful set. Yeah, it didn't sell out. They made a lot more than maybe they should have or whatever. I mean, I see Professor Soundwaves is like, I'm glad it didn't sell at the convention. if it sells out the convention, that doesn't mean it sells out any less or more on Pulse. I'm saying I felt bad for the team. Like, I feel empathy for them because they made a great set that didn't sell out. Like, the Fatal Fluffy should be a sellout, but it's maybe too deep a cut. You know what I mean? Like, Energon would have been a better. You know what I'm saying? But they're not ready. Everything in G.I. Joe feels slow. There's no media attached. You know, and again, it's not B-Mac's fault, not Mark's fault, not Eric's fault. It's maybe not even Hasbro's fault. It's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah. Sorry, you mentioned the fluffies again, and I seen that box. That was one of the most shocking things when I finally saw it in person. It is actually the size of a cereal box. Like, it is nuts.
Right.
It's right behind your head. But I mean, here again, I'm going back to. Go ahead.
Let me just let's just do this because I want to talk a few more toys. We still got a lot more people watching. So, how many whiskeys do you give G.I. Joe brand? Give me your panel and then give me your overall, because we are still a G.I. Joe focused channel.
Yeah.
Still. So I want to make sure that we grade the panel, but also grade the entire show, because most of the people who watch this like G.I. Joe. And if you watch us for the other stuff, I love you even more. But yeah, go ahead. Whiskeys for the Joe panel, and then whiskeys for the overall feel of the show.
Right. And I love how much you had me there in spirit, but I can't rate the panel. I wasn't there. I've only seen clips and pieces online.
Well, we went over the panel basically longer than they did.
All right, so I could rate it if I'm rating it based on that, I'm going to go, I don't know, man. I'm probably going to have to sit at 3.25.
You're harder than me. I'm the one who comes up with all these hard titles, criticizing them, and you're harder than me. I'm going 3.5 because I thought all the name-only stuff, new. I love new characters. Lenny doing his own Dreadnought is big. 40th anniversary, telling us a whole rollout plan was big. And, you know, you got Sarge there. He's in the Hall of Fame and Triple T's double announcement. That was cool. Not having Cold Slither announce the Dreadnought, the Thunder Machine, when they have a song called Thunder Machine, was weird. They did a random Cobra Island song, right? Was it Cobra Island? Like, yeah, who thought of that? Like, they have a song called Thunder Machine. I don't know. Like, I don't know. 3.5. 7 out of 10. Very good, but not every panel in the years before. I think I gave a higher score, like 4 or 4.5. So it's a down year. It's not bad. Yeah. It's okay with being good. You don't. Not everything that's not great is trash. There's not black and white. There's, hey, I got some cool stuff, but I'm not wow. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then what about the show?
G.I. Joe's presentation or San Diego in general?
The whole San Diego, as a whole, how do you feel about the brand coming out with the whiskeys?
At the brand?
just like everything, you know, all together. Yeah.
All of San Diego? I had a really good time. I mean, I have to give props to Mark and
it's not real. We don't know if Flatline is.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know if he's a medic.
We were making a joke.
Yeah. Yep. But I'm going to give props to Mark and BMAC for that was a big part of the positive experience in the Hasbro booth and at the G.I. Joe display. I mean,
Eric is great too. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to meet him, but I'm going to like up the score a little bit for them. And I enjoyed. I spent, like I always do every year, I still spent the majority of my time at the Hasbro booth looking at the G.I. Joe display. Just that's what I do. So I'm going to rate the show itself and their presentation a little higher. I'll give them a 4.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think it's I love the team. I don't think it's their fault, but I think I'll stick with 3.5.
Did you freeze?
I felt like it was like I walked away going, that was good. Compared to, if you guys missed it, I gave Jada 4.5. I gave Star Wars a 4, which is insane to be more than Joe. Yeah, I just thought other brands did more. That's all. Like, not every brand, but you know what? The best thing about Comic-Con, the best announcement were toys that we haven't even seen. Ooh. So we are getting a DC collector line. This isn't the toys you see at Target now, and those are good. Hey, for modern day kids toys, that Batman and the Joker and Robin and those are the best kids toys you can buy right now. That's the premier their core line, DC, and they have a collector line. They announced that on January 1st, because McFarlane loses the license December 31st, we're getting new DC figures from Mattel. And where is your hype meter on this? Because I think this will be the biggest thing at Comic-Con next year.
I think that you're onto something there. Well, again, depending on how the 40th celebration goes next year for Joe's, but this has so much potential. We can already tell, like you said, from the kids, the core line, those are great figures for what they are for $12. Also, if you even if we jump brands a little bit just to get sort of an idea, those Chronicles figures have been killing it. The Masters of the Universe Chronicles figures, that is an indication too of the kind of articulation, the movement, and the butteriness, everything that we can probably expect from this line. It's really exciting. I think it's time. It's gonna freshen up the brand because it's been with McFarlane so long. I think people are ready for maybe a little bit of change. Yeah.
Right. Let me answer two things. So right here, yes. So these are kids' toys. So it's like someone said these are bath toys. Hey, if these are bath toys, these are the greatest bath toys ever. These are for kids. They're $12.99 though. Compare that to other core figures aimed at kids. And we've said kids don't buy toys on the show and all that. I don't want to get into that whole rant. But for $12.99.
Yeah. Well, these are first of all
excellent.
Yeah, I agree because we're talking about these are a larger scale too. They're like G.I. Joe classified size. And typically a kid's line is maybe $9 and it's 1/18th, if that. So this is huge.
And kids absolutely do buy toys, but we just have fun. So another thing is to design complete functionality with your vehicles. So we talked about the Triple T, and one of the questions I think in that interview, I haven't gotten to see it yet, was about the functionality. Is it going to have a Nightwing pod connecting to a Batmobile? Like, they're coming up with cool stuff, whether it's from comic stories, whatever. But like, this is the kids line. So imagine how, like, these are $12.99. So imagine the $30, $27.99 figures, right? Imagine the $100 vehicles, like the level of this isn't a small thing. This is a new Marvel Legends line, right? Possibly it could be a bust, but based on, like you said, how even if you're not into Masters Universe, and it's just Masters Universe isn't even in my top 5 IP as a kid, right? So I will admit that. But those figures and the price was good, $19.99 for a very long time. Very, very, very good quality figures as toys. So imagine DC, if they got that even better quality, it's basically has potential to be a new Marvel Legends. And the reason we haven't really covered DC as much as I want to is I just could never get into McFarlane scale. I always look like a statue to me. They look great in the package. He makes nice sculpts, but some of the deco sometimes is hit and miss, especially paint apps. We talked about it on alternate heads. And the price is always good, but he just was into pumping shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I feel like they're going to take their time with functionality, deco, really going to be perfect homages to comics, animated series, movies. Like, I really feel the potential to be a new Marvel Legends. That's insane. Marvel Legends is 20 plus in the game. You count Toy Biz, you count Hasbro, and they have the fullest panel, the longest lines, and the most people covering their shit. If the same can happen to Marvel for DC with this, it's not a small deal. These aren't like, just more. What's the potential of this, in your opinion?
Dude, I agree with everything you just said as far as like being, let's see, my hobby DC. Yeah. But Hasbro makes better figures. Well, but
if you've seen the Masterverse figures,
exactly.
I know it's because maybe you're not in love with the IP. Hasbro does have feels like more hardcore collector IP, where Mattel has always really aimed more at kids. Coming from Barbie and stuff like that too. So I get the apprehension. In DC, multiverse figures were with Mattel. And those weren't home runs, but that was several years ago.
Right. Yeah. No, there's a lot of potential here. You know, time will tell, but I really do think that they're gonna hit a home run. Yeah, Hi It's Me said that he was. I think I read a comment that passed that he did not like the Chronicles articulation. That's the first complaint I've heard about it. I don't. I mean,
Okay.
I, yeah, mine. I think the articulation is great, and the figures move smooth. They're like they're buttery, like posing, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, we don't know. We'll see. New York Comic Con is going to show the first teases of it, the first glimpses, the first renders of the collector line, and then there's a full launch January 1st for the collector line on Mattel Creations. But I'll tell you some DC stuff that did get shown. The best toys, right? You ready for this? The best toys at Comic Con, arguably better than Jada toys, better than Mezco, were in San Diego, but they were not at Comic Con. I'm talking InArt 112. Thank you, Wade. Unparalleled Universe. These are his images. Shout out the homie right there, Odious. Go get you one. But Absolute Batman is fucking insane. I go check out videos. There's a lot out there. You know, they're on TikTok, they're on Instagram Reels. Like, this is the hottest new toy line, and along with Jada in a different way. This is more like niche, I think, because it's an import. Jada is right here in Cali. But man, InArt, like, I had to miss this party for a dope party. But part of me has so much FOMO, Paul, on these InArt figures, man. These are killer.
Well, yeah, this is a great addition to their figures too, because the Absolute comic line is a huge hit, being very well received. So to go right into this with this figure, fuck yeah, bring it on. I mean, in InArt, again, we're talking about how these smaller companies are sort of like, you know, sneaking in, and InArt has always, I feel like it's been a couple years now that we've been talking about InArt. And they showed up, and they're ready to be major players, man. I mean, it's hard to beat the quality with the price. It really, yes, it's going to cost you a little more than a figure you're going to buy on the shelf at big box store, but it is worth it. Like, the value's there. There's no question.
I ordered the the Arkham City Origins, not the battle damage one, but the regular one. And I was in San Diego working, and my roommate was away, and we have Google Camera, and I think that package got swiped. It's lost. I fought with the company with a PayPal. This is kind of personal, but I fought with the company over it. I won't mention the company. We don't need drama like that on our show. But there was an import company that I talked to and said, "Hey, I never got this package." And I looked on my, like, maybe the Google thing died or whatever, like, because I'll just look at it every time I get an alert. That package is gone. Like, we looked everywhere. We asked neighbors. And that sucks because it comes from China, right? So that's the main problem with InArt, is that it's really hard to buy directly from them. You know what I mean? Like, there's ramifications with that. And then you can go to, like, all these other resellers, and some of them are awesome and some of them are good. And someone who I thought was good, I know it's not his fault, but, like, there was a way to work this out, and it's gone right now. So I don't have that figure to report, but I will try to get my hands. I may just buy the damaged one now because the regular one got thieved. So I'm like, let me just buy the damaged one from someone else. How about, we saw the Mezco one on alternate heads. How about that Dark Knight Returns Batman? And how about White Knight? Like, imagine though, Mattel has the license to do anything. So these figures, if they're $100, they're imports. We may get something close for $30 that is not going to be show stealing, but it's still going to be very good, you know, Marvel Legends quality in some of these figures too. So I do want to mention that. But what do you think of these two Batmen here?
Well, let's start with the Dark Knight one. I mean, it looks amazing. And if we are comparing it to the Mezco one we talked about, I mean, obviously there's differences. You could say it's apples and oranges, but this one just has something to it about that extra little detail, the paint hits, that kind of wins me over a little more than the Mezco. Even though I think Mezco does great stuff, I'm more inclined to this. White Knight, he looks cool. I don't really know anything about that storyline. I haven't read it. But I love the design. But we can't miss. I don't know if you have another slide of the mutant in the background from the Dark Knight.
I
Returns.
do, but I want to mention White Knight is from Sean Gordon Murphy, I believe.
Okay.
And then right there, I got Alex Ross Soups.
Yeah.
We got Joker. That Joker is.
Yeah, he looks good. This is
my goodness. And then we have the mutant from Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah. That I think that Joker is going to be the figure that gets me into this line.
Look what we do on this show.
Yeah.
Just you wanted to talk about the mutant though before I move on?
Oh yeah, just calling him out that like I think that's awesome. That I mean, there's an iconic scene with them fighting in the mud pit and all that, you know. But I'm just a little surprised that he's coming this early in the line. So kudos to them. I bet he's gonna sell out. To be honest, people are gonna go crazy for it.
I believe it is Killing Joke, yes. And also, you said they're in scale with Mezco, but some of these are 7 inches because that's what the Dark Knight. But people were comparing the Dark Knight Rises Bale, which I have and I think is unbelievable. They're comparing that to the Arkham City Origins Batman, and the Arkham City dude was a big, beefy, hulky boy compared to him. I think he scaled at 7. So they changed their line from 112 to just action figure line. They changed it because of the people were disappointed in scale, but I think most people are just looking at the quality now and being like, we're used to disappointment in 7-inch scale except for this company. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't put them with your other figures, but if you have InArt by itself, it's pretty fucking sick. And then we have, look at this one. Shout out to Boog. Boog did a whole reel, and I got to chop it up with Boog a couple times at the con. One of my good dudes from ACBA. And we got ourselves Dark Knight's Metal Batman right here too. So pretty amazing, very glowy, and man, that captured the eye, huh?
Does it glow in the dark?
I don't know. It's just glowy. I don't know if it does.
Yeah.
I haven't found out.
Good night, asshole.
But yeah, so that's the stuff there. I actually have a quick bonus round, but it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. I have a quick bonus I'm gonna do with the rest of the peeps. But Paul, man, it was a pleasure. I wish we could have spent more time at Comic-Con hanging out, but appreciate everything you do for the channel, man. You a real one, cuz.
Thanks, man. Back at you. And when we first saw each other for the first time, once I was able to make it to the con, you surprised me with a G.I. Joe Classified Sundown figure. So thank you for that. That made my day. It was totally unexpected, but I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Got it. I wanted to hook the whole team up with the figure, so I appreciate the shout out, dude. But yeah, I'll let you go, guys. Stay tuned. I got one more section. All right, Paul. Peace out.
Later, man. Thank you.
All right, you got it. All right, so actually, I forgot to show these InArt figures. We got Bruce Lee, we got Terminator. So just that one last look. And then now, who's still with me? Who's a WWE guy? And we got the Firefly Funhouse here from WWE. Since we're on the topic of Mattel, I just wanted to give a quick shout to WWE. So where are my wrestling heads at? We got Firefly here, Bray Wyatt, and then I think we got like Mr. Strongman version of Bray. Yeah, the Muscle Man. That's going back. So that was a big one. And then some of my favorites, Dirty Dom. Look at the Lucha Mask look. So we got lots of Triple A. We got lots of Luchas coming out, and we got throwback CM Punk, Straight Edge Society, if you will. He comes with a mask too. These are dope. Now they're doing Ultimate Edition defining moments, so that's pretty big. That's new. Wyndham Rotunda, that's correct. And yeah, Jada's base of operation, Hong Kong. Well, their city of industry, maybe their bases, as far as factory and stuff like that. But June lives in Cali. All right, moving on here. And we got a Bride of Chucky kind of piece here with Alexa Bliss. Pretty dope. Got the crying face. And then we got a 2-pack. You knew it was coming. AJ Lee and CM Punk. They were both in the panel for WWE, and RIP Larry. I think Larry was supposed to come out, and then he passed away. their dog. So I think this was a nice gesture, a nice set. You're gonna get Larry, but this time you get the 2-pack with a couple, very similar to the Cody set with Brandy. So yeah, that was pretty much it. And then no, wait, I had more. Where is it? Why am I not seeing the rest? Hold up. Wait. I had another one. Oh, we had to redo it. Let's see. Oh, did they not make the cut? I had a whole thing of AAA figures to show, which was dope, but I don't see it in here anymore. Oh, well, my bad. Oh, here they are. How did it jump? That's crazy. All right, let's get to it. All right, we got the iguana and Penta. You guys, if you're a wrestling fan, you have to see this Penta in person. It's super impressive. And we got iguana. The biggest news coming out of Comic-Con for WWE was getting the AAA license. The Chucky set looks cool too. I think it's their best. Yep, I agree. And then look, we got even a ring. I believe this is just the core line, the main event ring, because it doesn't look scale enough to be the full 112 Elite. And there's the packaging on that Ultimate Penta. I think that's a Mattel Creations exclusive as well. And then we got Classic La Parka. That was a major get. So the good thing about AAA figures is that we're not just getting the current ones like El Grande Americano and Dominic, not just WWE stars, but we're getting AAA stars from the past. So that's sick. And we got Psycho Clown with all the look at the face paint effects. You got like battle damage there, the bloody face paint. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know how that passed, but they're doing it. And then they're giving us more masks and hands. So these look good. And they come with a lot of accessories. And then we got all the whole AAA. You see Psychosis there. It was just like a carded digital render. And then you got different ones, Mil Masteris, all these different ones from the past. And then some other WWE figures. That Triple H with that whole WrestleMania setup is crazy in person. That whole gold shoulder armor, nuts. And then you got the puppet demon with Finn Balor. That was a fun set. And then lastly, we have just a couple more. We got Paul Heyman in the Netflix Raw ring. This is on ringside exclusive. So you get an Ultimate Paul Heyman. So those who love ladies and gentlemen. And then I already showed the rest of that. So that's it, guys. 2 hours and 42 minutes. It's been a Toy Kind of Mood 265. It's been a fun show. Let me know in the comments below whether you think G.I. Joe lost any momentum or are they on the rise up. Hey, we got the 40th line coming. We got lots of fun stuff from Energon. We got the real movie, the new movie that is with Bradley Cooper and Danny McBride. Maybe behind the camera, he's writing it. So lots of momentum coming to Joe, but is it losing it right now based on everything we kind of dug through? Let me know in the comments and be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We'll check you out next week. All right, guys. Peace.